Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com. Good evening. Welcome to yourliveevent.com for another week of the Friday Night Lights in North Dakota Class 11-man football. It's Region 1 action with Hillsboro Central Valley hosting Sargent County as the Burros come in after a win last week at home, 28-0 over Valley City, looking to make it 2 straight against Sargent County, who has suffered losses in each game so far this year, 0-6 on the season, but fighting here for their first victory. It's the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros and the Sargent County Bulldogs here tonight on yourliveevent.com, and we kick it off with your Irie Insurance pregame show.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent in Hillsboro.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Get in touch with David Bergerman today at 701-724-6252.
Irie Insurance pregame show. Hillsboro Central Valley hosting Sargent County tonight in high school football. Let's talk about the matchup. Your Dakota Heritage Bank pregame coach's comments down on the field with Jim Berkmeyer. It's head coach for Hillsboro Central Valley, Joe Johnson.
Well, Coach, another great night. Friday Night Lights. It's warm. It's October, and it's also, I think, about putting together back-to-back weeks of consistent football, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and you're right. Beautiful night, and crowd loves it. A little warm for us, but at the same time, we've practiced through the heat, we've practiced through the rain, and we're ready for whatever any elements. We'll play through any weather, and so a little warm, but we're ready to play.
How's this week of preparation been, coming off the win last week and doing things and seeing some more good things?
The week of preparation has been good, but to be honest, not a lot to do with the win, because once we get that win, we're moving on. Of course, we want to build on momentum and some of those things, but the focus becomes all about Friday night. And so it's been a good week of preparation, and we're healthy, and we're ready to play football.
You know, the preparation for this Bulldog team tonight, just talk about the things that you want to see from your team, your athletes this evening.
Yeah, so first of all, from our side of the ball, a lot of those same things that have been a focus is being disciplined and not having too many penalties, keeping that to a minimum. We need to win the turnover battle, a key in our victory last week. And so those things are consistent week to week. As you know, we need to, on the defensive side, get stops early in the series so that we create punt situations so that we're playing in the field position game so that we're getting that ball at midfield and have less field to drive. But then we also need some big plays on defense, on special teams, on offense. You need that occasional big play just to get excitement going, get energy high, and those are the things that we need to do on our end.
Defensively, has your defensive unit become more aggressive?
Yeah, and we try real hard not to rest on our laurels.
Yeah.
We're making adjustments all the time and staying after them all the time, and 6 points is all we've given up in the last couple of weeks. But that's not really our motivation. Our motivation is every play, and our theme that the seniors picked for the year is we are one team, one dream, one mission, all of that. But then also it's one play. And one play at a time is what we focus on defense. So yes, I think we're playing aggressive and playing well. But what we've done in the past can't be. We need to do it tonight. We need to do it every single play.
And also, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about, just real briefly, part of the pregame show here with you, these seniors. I believe there's 10. They're going to be recognized tonight, and it's a special night for them.
Yeah, that's right. There's 11 of them, 10 of them that are dressed because Braden Chenault, of course, had that ACL injury last spring, and still a senior leader on the team. And so we'll have 10 of them that are starting tonight, and all 11 of them incredible young men. Really fun group to coach, and they're fun and they're funny, but when it's time for business, they buckle down and they get the job done. So proud of every single one of them. 11 of them, all of them are great. Parents, families, the whole kit and caboodle has been really fun.
If there's one more thing, maybe two, that needs to happen tonight to have success, what would they be?
Well, we need to score more points than they do. So getting those stops on defense, and the key there is we need to stop the running game. This team that we're playing is a good football team, and good running back, good quarterback, some big guys up front, got some good targets. So first we need to stop that run game, and then we need good coverage. And so those are the keys to our victory tonight.
And those young teams are always young and hungry, and they're out here to win just like you are. Coach, Pastor Joe Johnson, thanks so much. I appreciate the time. We'll talk with you afterwards. Good luck, and at halftime, too.
Sounds good. Thanks, Burke.
But there we go on our pregame coaches conversation from Dakota Heritage Bank. Part of the Irie Insurance pregame show tonight. Hillsboro Central Valley on senior night. They're hosting the Sargent County Bulldog. Should be a fun region game tonight. We'll talk more about the region standings, and we'll get together with Coach Olson of the Bulldogs when we continue with your live event.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club is made up of parents, fans, and community members who work together to build team and community spirit. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro and Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs, encouraging everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro Central Valley students. It's the Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime, serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
On your pregame show, time for your pregame coaches' comments from Dakota Heritage Bank. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future, dhb.bank. The website. On the field with Jim Berkmeyer, head coach of the Sargent County Bulldogs. It is Eric Olson.
Well, Coach Olson, as we see the sun setting, we're looking directly into it off to our west. The wind continues to blow here. It should diminish as the night goes on, and your football team on the road for this region contest at Hillsboro Central Valley at the Hillsboro Sports Complex. Talk about your football team. The wind's not there, but it's a group of young men that are certainly competing and playing hard and getting better every night.
Yeah, we got a young crew, and we knew that we'd have a young crew coming into the year, and we knew that maybe we'd have to learn to celebrate the little things here this year. But yeah, they're competing defensively. You know, there's been times where we played well. Offensively, it took us a few games to kind of get our feet underneath us, and you know, we're learning. The kids are battling, and that's all that we ask of them.
In the areas of improvement, where have they been, I guess, most noticeable, or maybe even becoming consistently, better as the consistency improves as well?
I thought this last week, being able to run the ball, our offensive line did a better job. We've got a heck of a matchup here tonight against the Burros, because they're a pretty formidable front up front, both offensively and defensively. But hopefully that's one thing that we can continue to improve on is blocking up front and just our running backs hitting our holes hard. So I'd like to be able to see that here tonight.
You've talked about their front. So what else have you picked up on film as you've done your scout to prepare for your opponent tonight?
Oh, I know their quarterback is a dynamic athlete, and their running backs run hard. So that's something that we tried to stress. You can't try to display that at practice. With our younger kids playing the scout offense, but watching on film, talking to the guys that we got our work cut out for us here tonight to try to contain their running game and hopefully force them to throw the ball, but they can do that though too. So yeah, we got our work cut out for us tonight.
Special teams, how's that unit been performing? And I think of that because of this win that you and I are standing in here in the early part of the game.
You know what? We've done a decent job. Obviously, we've gotten a lot of practice at our kickoff return here this year, and we've got a couple of young kids on kickoff return that have done quite well. Our punt team, Logan Bope has had some 45, 50. I think he had a 60-yarder here earlier in the year. So we've had a lot of practice in those two units, and they've done well. We've made some mistakes here and there, but that's a part of growing with our team.
The biggest things in that growth that you want to see from your guys tonight, what would they be?
Just try to match up as much as we can physically with them. We know every game that we play this year we're going to be undersized. So battle up front, with our front 8 defensively and our front 5-6 offensively. Just try to match their physicality.
Coach Olson, thank you so much. We'll talk with you at halftime after the game as well. Look forward to it, and good luck to you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Coach Olson for the Sargent County Bulldogs. They're with us here tonight with your live event on the road at Hillsboro for a region football contest. Big Jake will break down the rest of the Friday night schedule within the region and look across the area for football coverage tonight with your live event. Dakota Heritage Bank brings us the pregame coaches conversations on the Irie Insurance pregame show. I was visiting with Ben at the Hillsboro Body Shop, and we discussed, a lot of things. And then we were discussing, when do you think about the body shop? Most times it's after your vehicle gets damaged from an accident, hitting a deer, hailstorms, scratches, dents, windshield cracks. Ben says, beep. I say, when you need the repairs to your vehicle as you're thinking of the Hillsboro Body Shop, call Ben. 701-636-4981.
Hillsboro Campground and Laundry is conveniently located right off I-29 exit 104, offering spacious pull-through sites large enough to accommodate Class A rigs with tow cars. Laundry services open 24/7, serving both our campground guests and local community. And for extra flexibility, furnished rentals are available up to 3 bedrooms, perfect for overflow guests or housing your harvest crew. Whether you're here for a night or a season, Hillsboro Campground has you covered.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Keep yourself healthy as we head back to school and into the autumn season. Hillsboro Drug and Gift is your locally owned full-service pharmacy with prescription and over-the-counter medications, cough and cold medications, and more. And don't forget, you can now text Hillsboro Drug anytime for your prescription refills, 701-636-5231. Hillsboro Drug also offers free delivery in Hillsboro and Halstead. There's always something new at Hillsboro Drug with a great selection of seasonal items, gifts, and cards for all occasions. They're always happy to help you, and they thank you for your business at Hillsboro Drug and Gift.
IRA Insurance pregame show. Hillsboro Central Valley hosting Sargent County today. In your IRA Insurance pregame show, remember to get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at IRA Insurance. Covering it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IRAINS.com to get your free quote. It is the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros overall record on the year at 4-2. They are 2-2 in Region 1 play. Sargent County, the Bulldogs come in 0-4 in Region play, 0-6 with the overall record into this matchup. As we do look at the region standings quickly here around Region 1. Right now, Ellendale Edgeley Calm in the top spot with a 3-1 region record, 5-1 overall. Actually, the top 4 seeds are all 3-1 in region play. So the Lisbon Broncos, the Northern Cass Jaguars, the Oaks Tornadoes, they're your 2, 3, 4 as of right now in the standings. Hillsboro Central Valley right behind them at 2-2 in the region in that 5th spot, looking to win and get their way into that top 4 seeds into that playoff field. Valley City, Mayport CG, Sargent County round out the rest of the region standings. Big matchups this week here. It is Mayport CG is hosting Lisbon. Ellendale Edgeley Calm hosting Valley City, and maybe the one the most region eyes will be on here as far as those overall standings. Oaks is hosting Northern Cass there for those 2 teams currently in the 3-4 spot of the standings. And of course, we're here in Hillsboro Central Valley hosting Sargent County here as we bring it to you on yourliveevent.com. This is your IRA Insurance pregame show. We'll continue with more. Get you ready for opening kickoff here tonight from Hillsboro on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to the city of Hillsboro, a small town with big opportunity. Here, you don't just find a house, you find a quality of life. Safe neighborhoods, affordable living, and a community that treats your family like their own. Build your dream home with lots starting at an attractive price and enjoy homeowner incentives and grant funds to help make it yours. Come live, work, and thrive in Hillsboro, where you don't just live, you belong.
People often ask me, why are Hillsboro Central Valley athletes so successful? Have you seen our fitness center? The weightlifting doesn't stop with our athletics. At Hillsboro Public School, we strive to do difficult things all the time. We help struggling readers read. Our MTSS process makes sure all students are improving. Hillsboro students are challenged to do difficult tasks each day. Please come and check out our school. And if you need a place to exercise, check out our fitness center.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early because sometimes it's gone early because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez.
Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez. geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
This is Austin Reed with Dakota Heritage Bank. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we have a strong background in ag and business lending, but we can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. If you're in need of a loan, visit us at one of our locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future.
Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com. North Dakota 11A high school football, Region 1 high school football tonight. Hillsboro Central Valley hosting Sargent County. Also senior night for the Burros as well, as they'll recognize their 11 seniors and parents here shortly before pregame, before kickoff as well. Here, as we get ready for this one, let's talk about it here. Jim, we bring you in as talking with both coaches in this one. And first of all, you said it right away, despite records here for the Bulldogs here, they're coming out here and they're hungry.
Well, yeah, a young football team, hungry, and also working to continue to improve and, working to take away naysayers and playing with pride and just, learning more about the game, learning more about themselves and physically, stepping up to match the physicality at the varsity level and all those things. So, it's a team that has done some good things, maybe just not enough on a given night, but you know what? This is a new night, and this is why you play the games, and it's why you come ready to play and come ready to work. And for Hillsboro Central Valley, they're a football team that, quite honestly, last week, this week, next week, the week after, they're playing for their lives to try to make the playoffs, and they have to take care of their own business. And in this region, I was, just thinking as you were going through the region matchups tonight and the region standings, I mean, we all knew that this region was going to be, balanced, competitive, the cliche words, those sorts of things. But I don't know that I've seen in a given year where each week the matchups, it's like, I don't know who's going to be the favorite in that game, because it's just a lot of toss-ups every week, because teams that lose one week, they come back the next week and play so much better, and they get victories, and it's just kind of fun from that standpoint. And I think that's one thing to look for here tonight is, again, who's consistent, who's not consistent, who's doing the things that they need to do to be successful.
Well, we'll see how that...
I know that sounds like, okay, of course you're right, Burke. That's general. That's what every team tries to do. That's how it is. But it just within this region and what we've seen through the first 6 weeks, it's been that way. Who's going to be consistent? Who's going to make the plays? Who's going to step up? And that aspect of it.
And leading out with our starting lineups as the starting offense for the Sargent County Bulldogs. Your starting lineups brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. It will be at tackle here, number 79, Jacob Creech, along with number 57, the sophomore guard, Anthony Ferderer. It will be junior center, number 50, Connor Olson, junior guard, number 71, Brady Lean, and sophomore tackle, number 51, Cole Fury. And the running backs will be freshman number 9, Eli Olson, and junior number 42, Charlie Hogness. Tight end is number 24, Harry Newstall, along with wide receivers number 12, Saban Olafson, and number 2, Tristan Peterson. Your quarterback will be number 10, Jace Fury, the senior, leading the way for the Sargent County Bulldogs. Bulldogs come in, offense 648 total yards on the year, 226 rushing, 422 passing. That's 108 total average per game, averaging 2.4 yards per rush, 7.8 yards per completion here in their first year back up to Class A, here after being in 9-man the last couple of seasons. Starting lineups from American Crystal Sugar Company. Learn to live the sweet life with American Crystal Sugar. Here as the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, their lineup coming out, they will start 10 seniors here tonight. Have 11 on the roster, but the injury there with Braden Chenault here, so he will not play as he is recovering from that ACL injury in the spring. So it will be an all-senior offensive line as they come out with number 75, Jack Matson, at the left tackle. It will be number 54, Brody Dickoff, at the right tackle. Your guards will be number 50, Jamison Lee, gets a start tonight, along with number 51, Colin Jenin. Senior center will be number 52, John Matson. Your tight ends will be number 23, Chase Halfley. Running backs, number 24, Sawyer Owens, and number 4, Carson Kazette. Wide receivers, senior number 7, Brody Rognes, and the lone junior in the starting lineup here today for the Burros, number 88, Bryce Miller for Hillsboro Central Valley. Quarterback will be number 15, Tyson Lushik, leading the Burros out on offense here today. Burros offense comes out to 1,524 total yards on the season, 836 rushing, 686 passing. That's 254 total offense per game that the offense averages. Last week, nearly a season high in rushing average, as they averaged 5.14 yards per rush in the 28-0 victory against Valley City. They pass 48.8% passing with just under 16 yards per completion on the year, scoring 18.5 points per game. They have just 4 turnovers in the 6 games on the season so far here, as they will take on the Sargent County Bulldogs. Here today, our officiating crew, Eric Ripley, along with Kendall Jonas, Matt Baki, Jonathan Heiberg, and Mark Potratz here for our officials as well. That's part of your lineups here. Your starting lamps from American Crystal Sugar Company. Learn to live the sweet life with American Crystal Sugar. They're grower-owned with quality products. You can learn more by going online to the website, crystalsugar.com.
Number 51, Colin Jenin.
Get you ready for opening kickoff. You do see in the seniors being announced for Hillsboro Central Valley. This will be their final regular season home game on this field. They do end the regular season against Mayport CG. That game will be at the Central Valley there with Randy Vegan Field there to cap off the regular season. Burros at 4-2 overall, 2-2 in region play, taking on the Sargent County Bulldogs tonight. Next week they travel to Lisbon before wrapping up with that game against the Patriots to close the regular season. Sargent County Bulldogs 0-6 on the year, 0-4 region play here tonight at Hillsboro. Next week, they will host Mayport CG, and then hosting Lisbon to wrap up the regular season as well here for these two teams.
Number 75, Jack Madsen.
Hillsboro Central Valley and Sargent County, thanks for joining us here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Appreciate the viewership, appreciate as well the sponsors you'll see in here throughout our broadcast coverage. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you. They're the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage. As we wrap up our starting lineups, once again brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. It means your opening kickoff is going to be coming up on yourliveevent.com.
Milner Grain understands that agriculture is your livelihood, and we're committed to providing you with the highest quality of services to meet your farming needs. Milner Grain has a passion for our community and the farmers we serve. Milner Grain is locally owned and operated. When you're looking for a partner in the field, look to Milner Grain. Call 701-427-5284 or check out Milner Grain's app with current up-to-date prices. Milner Grain is here to help you and your farm grow.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Beef, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or whole from Mueller Beef out of Hillsboro. You can buy beef by the quarter, the half or the whole beef from Mueller Beef, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or whole from Mueller Beef out of Hillsboro.
Catch all the action of the fall postseason for Minnesota and North Dakota high school football and volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Going down the field, it's picked off here from Kindred. Tanning Johnson to the 30, to the 25. Johnson, could he go? Yes, sir! A 45-yard pick six for
Takes it up, played high in the air by Horkin. Here's risky left side off of a touch. Kept alive Thornton. Now played high. Angle, Severson, smash! Count, good!
Check out the postseason schedule on yourliveevent.com.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger, Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Common doesn't do the extra reps. Common doesn't push the limits. And Common doesn't do all of that before the sun is up. We work harder than anyone else when no one is watching, so that when everyone is watching, we're ready to answer the call. Discover your uncommon side with the North Dakota Army National Guard.
As we get you ready for our opening kick here tonight, Hillsboro Central Valley hosting Sargent County, brought to you from the Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance broadcast booth. Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, downtown Hillsboro. Visit the agency or call 701-436-5777. Here as Sargent County will be kicking from left to right to begin us off. Burrows receiving, so their offense out there. As our kick is back and picked up by the Burrows running. No, they fake the reverse hunt. They'll keep it on the left side. Bryce Miller will take it across the 30 down to the 34. Here for Hillsboro Central Valley to come out on offense for their opening drive.
Yeah, good kickoff return, good starting field position. We'll see the Burrows offense as they'll have their seniors starting tonight, and the Bulldog defensively trying to dig in and force the early out and see what happens here this evening.
So Matson, Lee, Matson, Jenin, and Dickoff on the offensive line. Halfley, Rognus, Miller, your tight end receivers. Owens and Kazette, your running backs. Lushik, your quarterback, as he comes out under center from the left hash mark. I formation, runs the option, holds it, pitches it, right side. Here's Owens with a lane to the 40, to the 45, 50, down the right sideline, pushed out of bounds as he crosses into Bulldog territory at the opposite 45. And a big gain on the first play for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Charlie Hogness forces him out of bounds. Miller was blocking from his end position on the right side. Lots of room around the right end as the Burrows offensive linemen able to get their blocks and seal them on the inside and allowing Owens to get to the perimeter.
Logan Bope, Harry Newstill, Jackson Yoakum, along with Jacob Creech on the defensive line for Sargent County as the turn handoff, left side run for Owens. He'll pick up 8, make it 2nd and 2. Linebacking core going with the 4-4 defense. Eli Olson slides back to linebacker, joining Anthony Ferderer, Charlie Hogness, and Cole Fury. Defensive backfield, Tristan Peterson, Ryan Eng, and Jason Fury, your defensive backs for the Sargent County defense. Burrows, twin receiver, left side in the middle of the field. Under center formation, Lushik takes it, turns, fullback give to Cassette, dives forward, should have the first down yardage, picking up the 2.
Yeah, tripped up there on the short yardage gain. Bulldogs up front, staying down low and clogging things up. Rogness will come out. Mitzel comes back in for the Burrows. Early on in this game tonight, just underway with no score. The opening drive this evening for Hillsboro Central Valley, moving from left to right.
Burrows in the huddle. They break it with 19 on the play clock. Get their way up, sending Mitchell wide left. Bryce Miller comes wide right. Chase Hafley, your tight end on the right side of the formation. They run that way with Owens. He cuts back to the middle. Stiff arms his way free, trying to get by a leg tackle. He can't get away from that two-leg takedown, but he does get the first down.
Yeah, really nice footwork by Owens. Some cuts and stopping on a dime and just moving off away from would-be tacklers and gets those 10, 11, close to 12 yards. Move the chains. Sawyer Owens following the solid blocks up front by that interior line.
Owens will now be the inside receiver on a 3 right set. Hafley, lone receiver left side. Lushik runs the option, pitches it to Kazette. Fakes inside, comes back outside on the edge. Picks up a 8-yard gain. Going to be 2nd and 2 on the option pitch.
Tristan Peterson with the tackle on the far sideline for the Sargent County Bulldogs.
Should mention, too, talked a little bit of wind and everything coming through. Nice breeze. It's a warm one, but that breeze certainly helping out with the game time conditions here at kickoff.
Yeah, no, and temperature cooling down now with the sun set. It's going to be a beautiful evening here.
Left hash mark. They send twin receivers wide to that short side on the top side of your screen. High formation. Lushik under center, turns, hands off, gives, running right. Owens, one stiff arm running through a tackle, but holding on. Charlie Hogness tries to hog time there, but does pick up the first down.
Good lead block by Kazette. Hafley also the right end that time with a nice block along with those interior linemen again for Hillsboro Central Valley. It's a 1st and goal from right around the 8-yard line. Between the 8 and 9, we'll say the 8. So the Bulldogs defensively, Jackson Yoakum, 6'3", 300-pounder, trying to anchor that line here on the 1st and goal for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Burrows put the 2 receivers to the right side formation. Inside give. Big hole up front here for the fullback, Kazette, but filled quickly by the defense. Does pick up about 2.5 on that 1st and goal carry.
Charlie Hogness with the tackle for Sargent County, as he said, with a nice tackle, filling the hole quite quickly.
Hogness leading the team in tackles, coming in with 46 total tackles on the year, and filling up that defensive side of the stat sheet early on this first drive.
And we see 79 out here. That's Jacob Creech at this left defensive end.
Here as the Burrows come out, split 3 wide to the right side. Here they'll run left side with the option. Here's the Keech into the end zone. Touchdown, Burrows. Tyson Lushik gets in for Hillsboro Central Valley, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year.
Nice read by Leshik. Big opening on that left side for Hillsboro Central Valley. Their linemen really doing a nice job on that opening drive as they stay on the ground and some options. Quarterback keep to finish the deal.
Here with the 5-yard run. So Burrows going to come out going for 2. They'll split 2 receivers right side on this 2-point conversion. They're going to go an inside handoff out of the shotgun set. Split backs. Carson Kazette gets in for the 2-point run. And with 8:32 to go in the first quarter on your Golden Harvest, Tim Kazette, Seats Hill scoreboard. Burrows strike first, lead 8-0 over Sargent County on yourliveevent.com.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Burrow scoring drive, 3 minutes, 28 seconds. Tyson Lushik, 5-yard touchdown run. They lead 8-0 as we get a Bryce Miller high kickoff. It will bounce, and it will be picked up by Sargent County on that far sideline. Almost almost looked like a punt with how high that one came out, and then kind of died at the end in that wind.
Yeah, and Tristan Peterson fielding that for Sargent County did a really good job of fielding that. It was interesting kick, and Miller able to do something special with that ball and make that kind of a little lazy up in the air, and it comes down in an open spot and bounces, but the Bulldogs were ready and alert, and they have it 1st and 10.
Oh, Tristan Peterson recovered it. He'll be the wide receiver on the bottom of your screen, out to the left side of the formation. Here in the shotgun set, run inside, handoff up the middle. Ball comes out, but was down. But runner was down, they say, on the 2-yard carry that time. So no fumble.
Mitzel with the tackle for Hillsboro Central Valley. There was a nice hole there. If Mitzel doesn't bring him down with that arm reaching out to trip him up, there was some daylight to go.
Jacob Creech, Anthony Ferderer, Connor Olson, Brady Lean, Cole Fury on the offensive line. Zabin Olofsson, Tristan Peterson, your wide receivers. Tight end is Harry Newstol, Eli Olson, Charlie Hogness, your running backs. Jace Ferry, your quarterback to start off the offense for Sargent County here on 2nd and 8. Burrows show pressure. They'll run to the right side as the Bulldogs trying to cut back. No room for Olson as Griffin Mitzel gets in there. No gain.
Yeah, and Mitzel in there, and Halfley also there. Halfley's helmet comes off, so he'll come out for a play. John Matson will come in, number 52. Hillsboro Central Valley, 7:20 clock running, first quarter, leading 8-0.
Matson did start the season at linebacker here after that ankle injury back in week 3. Sat a couple games, came back last week on offense, again starting on offense again here today for Hillsboro Central Valley. Shotgun set, one running back in the backfield, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Back to pass, Ferry looking, pressure comes. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to run to the right side as he spins off. The initial tackler there gets away from Dickoff, does pick up a yard.
Yeah, Brody Dickoff was there, though, and Matson finishing up. Good pressure, though, on the edge from the Burrows. I was watching here on this near side with Jack Matson getting some pressure, and the quarterback stepping up in the pocket, feeling that, and tried to scamper around, but the Burrows were there defensively with Dickoff.
Punt formation for the Bulldogs. Burrows back deep to receive, punting with the wind. Here's the line drive punt. Will kick up. Bounce at the 31. High bounce, not a deep bounce, as it goes back to the 26-yard line. Here, and that is where Hillsboro Central Valley will take over on possession. 6:21 to go in this first half. Here, a 40-yard punt on that.
Well, that's there. And Coach had said before the game about how well they had been punting throughout the season. Displayed again there with a 40-yard punt, no return.
Hillsboro Central Valley trying to duplicate the efforts of their first offensive drive. They'll come out 3 receivers right side, 1 left. In a shotgun formation, Lushik will run. No, he'll just pitch it. And almost looked like Cassette wanted to throw it. He was just switching hands. Then as he turns the corner, loses the footing. And he's brought down at the original line of scrimmage, maybe a half-yard ahead. No gain for the Burrows.
Ryan Eng was there defensively for Sargent County to make the tackle. The pursuit of Eng and other Bulldogs working their way through would-be blockers to be there for no gain.
Griffin Mitzel rotates in for the wide receivers for Hillsboro Central Valley, running from the right hash mark, 2nd and 10. Here after they capped off a 66-yard drive on their first possession with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, they lead 8-0. Tim Cassette seats out scoreboard. Fake the give. Now they're going to run the option. Lushik going to keep it as he bounces through the defense, working to the outside edge. He'll get ahead for 3-4 yards. Here up to the 30-yard line and bring up now a 3rd and 6.
Eli Olson there to bump him out of bounds, and others in pursuit for the white jersey tops, blue numbers, and navy blue pants with the white helmets for Sargent County on defense.
Here Hillsboro Central Valley on 3rd and mid-range. Here they've had the success at the ground game so far, have not dropped back. They do come on in the shotgun set, 2 receivers right, 1 left, split backs in the backfield. Lushik calls for the snap from the center. John Matson looks to pass right side into flat, caught by Bryce Miller. He'll catch it up to the 40, first down and more as he wicks it up to the 40, 1 yard line. Gain of 9 on that first pass play.
And Olson again was there for the tackle for Sargent County. Miller open on the side, and Leshik finds the target of 88. Bryce Miller.
Right hash mark. Mitzel will be the receiver right side. Miller will be the receiver left side. Tight end Halfley on the left side of the formation as well. I formation up tight with Lushik. He'll hand off to the second man, this being Carson Gazette. Here's Sawyer Owens. Looks like he's readjusting the helmet there on the sideline. Gazette with a 2-yard gain on first down.
Jackson Yoakum and Logan Bope were there for the defensive stop.
Hunter Kleckner comes in at fullback there with Gazette moving back to tailback, just shifting back a few yards behind Lushik under center in that I formation. Now they'll send again into that shotgun set. Receiver left side is Halfley. Gazette inside a receiver with Miller and Rognus. Kleckner in the backfield. They run the option to him. He'll pitch it left side as he gets into the edge up to the 49. And just shy of the 50, he is brought down at the 49-yard line. 6-yard gain for Kleckner.
And Kleckner with that run, Coach Johnson had said on the post game last week when we were talking about how hard he was running, and you can see here again tonight in that first carry. Just seems like as the year has progressed, the game and the opportunity of knowing where those holes are and taking advantage of that, and just running what looks like just more naturally.
Another third down for Hillsboro Central Valley. Turns, run, second man through. Running through the defense. Nearly busting away. Sawyer Owens gets the first down and more into Bulldog territory down to the 39.
Well, enough hands eventually got on him to trip him up, to slow him up, take him off his balance. As you said, though, maintain that balance for the extra yards before the last hand was able to knock him off his feet.
Gazette will come out now. He gets a breather. Kleckner stays in at fullback. Owens the tailback. Rognus and Miller, left side of the formation, twinned up. Halfley the tight end on the right side. Lushik will run the option right side, looks at a block, now pitches out to Owens. Here at the 40, met in the backfield. He's going to make a move, try and get some positive yards. He does as he leaps forward out of bounds and picking up 3 yards.
Yeah, really nice open field solo tackle there by Ryan Eng.
Mitzel will rotate in that defensive backfield. Late lineup change for the Bulldogs here today. Had originally planned the 4-3, sliding up into the 4-4 defense here with individuals unable to go here today.
Hansen didn't make the trip tonight. He's not feeling well. We hope he gets healthy and gets better.
Toss play to Hunter Kleckner. Makes a man miss in the backfield. Just kind of shimmy shakes the shoulders by that time. Ducks underneath the hands and gets forward down to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Logan Volpe, I believe, is the one who was in the backfield to really disrupt that play, and credit the Bulldogs defense. Forcing Hillsboro Central Valley into the 3rd and 4 here in the final 2+ minutes of this first quarter.
Long drive for the Burros now here, eating up over 4 minutes here as they've controlled time of possession in this first quarter. Trips receivers to the right side. Lushik in the pistol set. Running back next to him. Now he's going to look to pass. Nothing right. Rolls left. Sees open grass. First down and more. Out of bounds as he picks up 9. There up to the 24-yard line.
Yep, stepping out of bounds. And right at the 25 is where that foot went out first. So first down for Lushik. And knowing he had the first down, avoids the contact and stays healthy. And first and 10 for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Drive that started on their own 26-yard line with 6:21 to go in the quarter. They're down to their 25-yard line. The Bulldog 25-yard line. Inside handoff, fullback give. Carson Gazette will pick up half the distance down to the 25-yard gain.
Yeah, it's Matson and Matson helping with the lead blocks with Jenin, Dickoff, and Lee. They're the starters tonight. Those seniors, 11 seniors on the roster, 10 in uniform tonight for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Last week, Burrows yards per rush up to 5.14 yards per carry, second best they've had in a single game on the year. Did it without the big runs either. They had a couple double-digit runs, but
it out.
Didn't have that big 40-50. That's what they're doing on this drive, grinding it out. Now back to pass. Lushik rolling right side. He's going to throw here to the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. A 20-yard strike as Bryce Miller gets the touchdown, his third on the year.
Yeah, and Miller running a nice route, and I'll tell you what, Leshik with complete confidence really threw a nice ball. Stood back there, and just as Miller had made that turn, they knew that you could trust, and he's going to hit to the spot, and those two connecting for the second touchdown for Hillsboro Central Valley.
HCV comes out going for two. Here as Lushik in the shotgun set, split backs. He'll go to the air again. This one incomplete. Threw it outside. Receiver broke inside, so the pass fails. But Hillsboro Central Valley leads on your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard, 14-0.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halsted, 218-456-2172.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
The Sargent Central Dollars for Scholars chapter is a nonprofit foundation that supports academic success in the community. The mission is to mobilize the community on behalf of post-secondary education success for the students. Dollars for Scholars chapters help hometown students achieve their educational goals by raising scholarship funds, establishing endowments, and more. For more information, scan the QR code on screen or stop by the Sargent Central School District. This game is brought to you in part by Dave and Jess Rasmussen family.
Hillsboro Central Valley touchdown drive, 74 yards in 5 minutes and 13 seconds. Touchdown here of Tyson Lushik to Bryce Miller, 20 yards out. Miller's third on the season. Also, that is his 18th catch on the year as well. Bryce Miller will now kick it off for Hillsboro Central Valley. You're right before the 1 minute mark of this first quarter. Here he comes from left to right. The kick is a little squib pooch kick rolling and does not go out of bounds here. So trying some different things, trying to do something that kept it in bounds, which is good, but also the Bulldogs better job to jump on top of it.
Yeah, credit Zabin Olofsson for, again, just being alert, paying attention, and just saying, all right, do the safe thing, watch this thing take a little spin and a hop, but just right there to cover it up, and just nice job by Olofsson. That's a lot more difficult than what it may look like, but I'll tell you what, you got a odd-shaped ball spinning on some grass, and still he played it really clean.
I formation under center. The toss play, they're going to run the reverse, give it off to Peterson. Read well by the Borough defense. Peterson makes a man miss. Can't get by Miller, though, as Jacob Miller, number 8, coming up, helping to make it from the safety spot. Read it well and was there for the big tackle for loss.
Yeah, because that 4, after Miller had done his thing, and 5, 6 other Boroughs disrupting that, Hillsboro Central Valley's defense, they were alert and ready to go as prepared for some of that play tonight, and a big loss of 13.
It's only October 3rd, not the 31st. No tricks tonight is what the defense is saying.
Well, that was just a treat for the defense there.
2 wide right side, 1 left side, and back in the shotgun. Nowhere to go, so he's going to look to run. Fury is spun down and does get back up to the line of scrimmage there, so no sack, but no gain either.
Sebastian Gayton for the stop for Hillsboro Central Valley as he plays right side defensive end. You have Dickoff and Matson on the interior and Miller at the end, and that's a fast-moving first quarter. I'd say time of possession was probably about 9 minutes to 3 minutes.
You're pretty spot on that. Here, after 1 quarter of play on your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard, 14-0. Hillsboro Central Valley leads over Sargent County.
Teens are faced with tough decisions all the time, and parents aren't always there when it happens. But that doesn't mean they can't influence their kids to make the right choice. Because making that right choice is easier when the wrong one isn't an option. When your teen faces peer pressure, what you give them access to can make all the difference. This message is brought to you by your local public health unit.
End of quarter number one. Hillsboro Central Valley leads 14-0 as we're going to flip sides of the field. While we do that, let's take a moment, look at some of the other scores going on around the area. A couple earlier start time games in Region 2. Into the second half, just into the second half, Thompson leading Rugby 16-12 in that matchup. Grafton leading Harvey Wells County at the start of the fourth quarter, 22-18. Halftime in Park River area leads Turtle Mountain 50-6. Also, Botno leading Des Lacs Burlington 17-16. Let's check some of those Region 1 games as well, too. Don't have a score yet for any of the three other ones between EEK, Valley City, Oaks Northern Cass, Mayport CG, and Lisbon. But Hillsboro Central Valley leading Sargent County 14-0 here after one quarter of play.
On that out-of-town scoreboard from Dakota Heritage Bank, the Thompson and Grafton games with their opponents, those are key games there in Region 2 this week.
Here, the first play of this second quarter, we'll have our first flag. A false start on the Bulldogs. There, and that will mark the back a little further. So the first play was the reverse snuffed out by the defense. No gain on a quarterback scramble on second down. Now before third down, a penalty moves it back and a long down to distance and go here for Sargent County. Split the receiver out wide here, right side, two left side on that top side of your screen. Three left side on the top side of your screen. Inside handoff they give to Olson, trying to scatterbug his way up. He gets across the 20 to the 22. Picks up the 5 yards they lost on the penalty, but it's going to set up now here a fourth and still very long.
Chase Halfley and Bryce Miller, the first couple of guys there for Hillsboro Central Valley in a group defensive effort. This Borough defense, as mentioned in the pregame show, with only giving up, 6 points in the last 3 weeks?
Last 3 weeks. Here on 4th and 22, punt, here's the snap and the kick, get off. We'll take a nice bounce inside the 40, down to the 30, as picks up 58 yards on that? 48. I carried the one.
28 and 20 is 48.
Carried the one when I shouldn't have. About 11:15 to go.
It's the first thing you've carried all day.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll just let you, plug everything in and do the setup next time then, and I'll carry it up.
No, I had people to go visit with.
Okay.
You have your job, I have mine.
If we want to have an on-air production
I'm not saying I'm successful at it. I'll call up Thumbs Production and see how that works out for you.
We'll see how that goes. First down for Hillsboro Central Valley. Toss play out to the left side. Here, trying to find the edge. Nice block on the edge from Rogness there, but the defense, also Peterson, not giving up that outside shoulder, and it is Cazette held to a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, and Matson, too, just pushing a guy out of the way to allow the run to get started. Good, though, pursuit by the Bulldogs to keep that to a short 3-yard gain.
Second down and 7. Here's correct my sheet there. There, now I'm all correct. All right, Burrows here in the I formation. Lushik under center, turns, hands off. Here, running back to the right side, cutting back to the left side. Stiff arm at the 40, still on his feet. Owens keeps fighting, down to the 35, to the 34 as he stretches out. Has the first down and more for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Tristan Peterson slowed him up on the edge. And then Owens, as you mentioned there with the descriptive action, got through that and around that. Rogness helped to finish him up, but again, a first down carry for Sawyer Owens.
Couple carries early on. Owens showing the vision, but also the shiftiness there to work a little bit of side to side, but still also getting north and south as well. Bryce Miller, receiver right side. Griffin Mitzel, receiver left side. I formation here as Kazette goes to the tailback. Kleckner as the fullback. Pitch goes to Kazette. Around their outside edge. He's got a little bit of room on that side as he'll pick up 7 yards on first down and bring up 2nd and 3.
Leshik really selling that. He kind of faked like he was going to keep it, looked, gave some eye contact, knew where Kazette was, and then pitched it at the right time, and then some blocking on the edge and downfield. Jenin gets a little bit of a piece there to allow an extra yard or two. Some other blocks in front of that.
So they moved him up a yard, so it'll be a 2nd and 2 on that 8-yard carry. Burrows, twin receivers right, short side of the field. They turn, hand off, breaking through the line and picking up the first down. There, Burrows moved the change, slow to get up. Bulldogs have a player down on the field here. So we will take a timeout here ahead of this upcoming first down for Hillsboro Central Valley. Timeouts from Nodak Insurance, your Trail County agents with answers. Brad Richter and Nick Preston, 701-636-5285, the number.
Visit the new Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro. They have everything you need. Explore our large selection of quality hardware and building materials, perfect for every project. Inside, you'll find Valspar paint to brighten your home, top-of-the-line Milwaukee and DeWalt tools for every job, plus all the essentials for a successful harvest. Flashlights, glass cleaner, paper towels, scrapers, grain shovels, and more. Make your next stop Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro.
Rognes.
Here as coming off the field, a little bit of assistance. Looks like
Charlie Hognes.
Hognes, yes, for the Bulldogs. He comes to the sideline mostly under his own power there.
Yeah, favoring, not exactly sure. We won't speculate. We'll let the trainers do their job over there on the far sideline. So Hognes sits down to that bench area behind the Bulldog reserves and get some lineup adjustments here out in just a moment.
1st and 10 for Hillsboro Central Valley. In the I formation, receivers each direction. Lushik play action, looking right side. He's going to look down the field. Here's this one. It is past the hands that time. Overshot his intended receiver on the goal route and brings up 2nd and 10 on the shot.
Yeah, deep shot. Ryan Eng was in good position there for the defense. Looks like number 50, Connor Olson, has come on the field here after Hognes was shaken up for Sargent County.
Carson Kazette will return. Hunter Kleckner comes out for Hillsboro Central Valley. Rognes also as a receiver. He'll be the outside receiver, left side of the formation on that hash mark. Lushik runs the pitch play over to the left side. Owens cuts back inside, works his way up. Bulldogs swiping at the ball. Owens holds on to it, gets it up to the 36-yard line. Gain of 6, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, 14-0 Hillsboro Central Valley on a Leshik touchdown run, a Leshik to Miller touchdown pass, and a 2-point conversion run by Kazette to make that 14 points. Just over 9 minutes to go in the first half. Senior night here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Final regular season home game in Hillsboro at the Sports Complex. In 2 weeks, the Burros will be having their home game, the final regular season game, at Randy Vegan Field in Central Valley.
Under center, Lushik turns, hands off. Owens right side, busts through the first wave, then spun down by the second wave. Ahead at the 24-yard line, a 12-yard gain. Move the chains again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 11th first down already of this half for the Burros.
Deacon Ellenberger on the tackle, the big tackle for the Bulldogs. Goes 290 pounds. Able to catch up, bring down Owens, who ran really hard on that carry again.
Turn, hand off, second man through. Owens right side, running hard again. Breaks to the outside edge as he's wrapped up. Keeps the feet moving. Does get close to the sticks. 9, if not 10 yards on the gain.
Very close to another first down, and Hillsboro Central Valley moving the ball on the ground and mixing in a pass or two here and there. Owens will come out. Mitzel comes in. Kleckner comes in for Hillsboro Central Valley. You see Creech as a defensive end and also Bope as a defensive end, swapping sides here for Sargent County, left and right.
Owens with that run went over 100 yards, now 11 carries, 108 here in the first half, and a time of possession game controlled by the Burros early on. Here's a quarterback boot, Lushik, but nowhere to go that time. Defense read it perfectly, able to make the stop as Jace Fury. Or was that Olsen?
That's Connor Olsen, 50. Bope was there as well, but Connor Olsen, who had come in for Hogness, I was just looking over as well. Hogness is on the bench area with trainers there. But, yeah, Connor Olsen with a nice play. Good stop, good tackle. Loss on the play. It's 3rd and 6 for Hillsboro Central Valley. This will be a nice stop here for the Bulldogs if they can win these next 2 downs.
In between the hash marks, middle of the field, 7:10 to go in this first half. Receiver right, receiver left. Tight end Halfley on the left side as well, too. Lushik looks to pass, right side, trying to set up a screen. Maybe nothing there in his face. He's just going to run to the right side, throw it out of bounds. Throwaway, incomplete pass brings up 4th down.
A lot of pressure by the Bulldogs. 2-3 guys in pursuit of Leshik, led by 79, Jacob Creech. 6'4", lanky defensive end, got around and inside of the would-be blockers to apply the pressure. Also defensively now, Harrison Newstell again back in at that tackle spot.
4th and 6, ball just shy of the 20-yard line for Hillsboro Central Valley. They're going to come out, go for it here on 4th down, 6:57 to go first half. Trips receivers to the left side. Lushik turns, looks left side, trying to get someone. It's incomplete. Was looking Mitzel. He came open late. He went back to Halfley on the right side, that weak side slant. Off his hands, incomplete, and that will be a turnover on down.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs defense, as they've done throughout the season, come up with a stop there, and they learned from that. They got good pressure on Leshik on a few of the later downs of that drive, but again, the time of possession overwhelming in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley in this first half.
So from their own 20-yard line, the Bulldogs will come out as they look to drive. So far, it's been a pair of 3-and-outs.
Yeah, and only, about a combined 5-6 minutes of possession time?
3 minutes and 19 seconds in the first half so far. Quick pass out to the left side, caught, spin cycle, spin some more. Eventually the officials blow it down and works it up for a 4-yard gain.
Tristan Peterson. All wrapped up with Burro defenders in the vicinity, and spins and spun and twisted and turned and got about 5.
Peterson, leading receiver on the team, coming into today. 12 catches, 162 and a touchdown. He'll be split out to the left side. Part of a spread formation. They're going to send deep motion, left side to right side. Fury's going to take the handoff in the backfield, hands off, hit, bounced off the initial attack by Halfley, but then the rest of the defense cleans up there, and it's going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, I saw 54 Dickoff and Gayton, the guys on that left side of the Burros defense. Gayton at left end and Dickoff at left tackle. He has Jenin to his right and Matson at the right end here. But Gayton and Dickoff combined together to play it well.
On 3rd and long, it will be again that deep motion, left side to right side. Fury going to set up the swing pass over there. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Newstall there in the formation. Get him out. A little bit of momentum, but incomplete pass. 4th down.
Stops the clock as well with 5:25 remaining in this first half.
Here,
a little breeze out here continues. Yeah, I'm sorry, just was watching some of these bugs fly around through the sky and the lights, and almost about a 7/8 moon up there tonight. Soybean harvest continuing, and some corn is starting, and it's drying down fast, man. Some beans 9% today. Corn's right around 17, 18.
Here's a punt, well struck, and this one will be picked up on a hop by Owens at the 46. Breaks by one tackler, brings it across to the other 46. So it'll be a net gain of a net of 24 on the punt.
Olsen on the tackle, and it was Peterson again. Those two young men Peterson and Olson are in on a lot of plays for Sargent County. We're going to have a water break here, Jake.
We'll take a timeout as well, too, here. Timeouts from Nodak Insurance. Brad Richter, Nick Preston, Hillsboro, and Mayville. They're your Trail County agents with answers. 5:14 to go, first half. Burrows lead 14-0 over the Bulldogs in your Tim Gazette Seat Sales scoreboard.
If you have concern or questions about the mental health of yourself or a loved one, Trail District Health Unit's Credible Mind platform offers convenient and confidential resources to help inform you about mental well-being. Credible Mind offers 21 different assessments to guide you in your mental health journey, from sleep quality and burnout to anxiety and depression. To get started today and learn about your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health, visit traildistricthealthunit.crediblemmind.com.
5:14 to go in this first half. Hillsboro Central Valley will take over after the punt. So far, Burrows have gone touchdowns on their first two drives and were driving before a turnover on downs, a fourth down stop by Sargent County on the last possession. And so got to their 14-0 lead with a Tyson Lushik 5-yard run and a Lushik to Miller 20-yard pass. Carson Gazette with a 2-point conversion sandwiched in between those two scores. Sargent County offensively, they've been stymied so far. 3 possessions, 3 punts on their offensive stat sheet so far. 1st and 10 for Hillsboro Central Valley. I formation. Receivers each direction. And they're going to turn hand off, and the give left side running through. Sawyer Owens running through everybody here as he turns it upfield, and he goes all the way in for the score. Owens with a 46-yard touchdown run.
Wow, he hit the hole hard on the initial point of contact. The blocks again there from the offensive lineman for the Burrows, showing the way. Those 5 guys on the interior and end, and Owens finished the rest.
They're the
longest run of the season, isn't it?
Lushik had a 50-yarder against Oaks.
But for Owens, that's his longest, isn't it?
I believe so. I think he had.
Not to put you on the spot, I'm just thinking here.
Yep. Burrows going for the 2-point conversion. I formation, they turn, they hand off, and it will be Owens again in for the 2. As he goes in from 46 and then
Big
gets
Jake,
the 2-point as well.
you at your size with the wide load sign on could have gone through that hole on the right side.
That is a very large hole then. 5:03 to go first half. Hillsboro Central Valley extends the lead, leading 22-0 on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seat Sales scoreboard.
For nearly 40 years, West Main Pizza has been serving up hot, delicious pizzas and other favorites, like sub sandwiches, calzones, chicken wings, pasta dishes, paninis, and more. With 2 locations on East Main in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, we offer dine-in, takeout, and online ordering at westmainpizza.net. Discover more than just pizza at West Main Pizza in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, your neighborhood favorite since 1986.
Right Implement in Hillsboro. 701-636-5692 for shop and field service, farm equipment sales, repair on all equipment, in the field, on the farm, and in the shop with Right Implement in Hillsboro. 701-636-5692. Check out Right Implement for farm equipment, repair and service of equipment and all trucks on Caledonia Avenue in Hillsboro. Right Implement, 701-636-5692.
46-yard touchdown run for Sawyer Owens. After 3 last week, it's the big one here tonight. Kickoff by Bryce Miller, picked up on the fly here at the 20, 25, 30. Big hole on the 50. One man to beat. Bryce Miller forces him out as Hingy all the way, or Olsen, 4 or 9.
Well, I believe stats that you had received during the week, Jake, in your preparation, the Bulldogs had a special teams kick return for a touchdown, and they were very, very, very close there. Olsen with tremendous speed. Miller took the right angle, and that helped him to force Olsen out of bounds.
There, so puts him into Burrow territory at the 35-yard line. And it'll be shotgun set for the Bulldogs to begin this off. Back to pass, looking left side over. It's caught here, and the ball comes out. Ball comes out.
Leshik's on it.
Leshik jumps on for a fumble recovery. They get the 8-yard completion, but then the
quick
fumble.
Catch and a quick punch out.
Leshik picking it up. That's his second fumble recovery. Go along with 4 picks so far on the season and the first turnover of the game here, and that's something that has hurt the Bulldogs offense here throughout the year. So from the, gonna mark it at the,
it was Mitzel who punched that out. The guy we call Griff.
4:46 to go in this first half. Burrows, turn, hand off, trying to make a man miss. Wrapped up around the ankle. Sawyer Owens gets it up here to the 27-yard line.
Anthony Ferderer on the tackle for Sargent County, but the 7-yard gain first. Rogness will come out, Mitzel in from the sideline with the play for Hillsboro Central Valley, leading 22-0, forcing that turnover. That's the first of the ball game tonight. Burrows had 5 takeaways last week in their victory over Valley City.
Second down, Burrows send 2 right, 1 left, 3 right. Here in the backfield, pistol set, toss play over to Cazette, plants the foot, cuts it up inside as he works his way back up to the line of scrimmage, picking up 1 yard on the carry.
And Cazette gets up, and again on the tackle is Bope, and again Olson in the area.
Owens out, Kleckner in for the running backs. Mitzel comes out, Rogness comes in on the receiver rotation for Hillsboro Central Valley. 3:40 to go in this first half. Burrows, after the fumble recovery, have it 3rd down and short in their own territory. I formation, Tyson Leshik leads them up. He'll be under center. Receivers each direction. Turn, hand off, give inside hit, stymied up there, plugging up the gap there. Deacon Ellenberger.
I don't know if he got there. I don't think so. Leshik tried a little bit of his own Leshik push from the back, but no, still short of a first down. 4th down coming up. They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it here. Coach Johnson says go for it. Personnel changes and
see if they bring in Lee and move Madsen to a fullback, that heavy look. They'll talk about it here as they take a timeout. We take one as well. The Nodak Insurance Company timeouts from Brad Richter and Nick Preston in Hillsboro and Mayville. 701-636-5285. Burrows leading 22-0. They have it 4th and short when we come back.
Here's a message from Tim Cazette, Golden Harvest Seed Sales in the Hillsboro area. When it comes to your operations needs, they want to hear from you, which is why they're committed to listening first. From farmer-focused R&D teams to their Gold Series soybeans and game-changing corn products to the insights shared through the Illuminate digital platform, everything offered is an answer to what they learned from you. For Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed, visit with Tim Cazette Seed Sales Hillsboro, 701-430-0877.
Timeouts from Nodak Insurance Company. Hillsboro Central Valley has it 4th and 1. Visit with your Trail County agents with answers, Brad Richter and Nick Preston. Bulldog defense would like an answer right now. They just plugged up on the 3rd and short, and now if they can do it again on 4th and short, would have fantastic field position here after their offense turned it over with a fumble that was knocked loose last time. Burrows come in with the tight, heavy formation, 3 backs in the backfield. They run it right side. They will push, and they should have it.
Yeah, Sawyer Owens gets the first down. They went with the jumbo package. They had brought Mooch in, Alan Moocher, 66, normal starter, but the underclassman. So Lee gets the start tonight. He's doing a nice job, too, by the way. So they have Matson then in the backfield for an extra power blocker back there with Mooch coming in on the left side at guard, and Owens gets a couple of yards and a first down.
1st and 10, Burrows, I formation under center. Lushik will take it, turn, left side run, cut back here to the outside as the stiff arm trying to get by. Owens has the ball knocked loose and will roll out of bounds. Nice peanut punch that time by Peterson.
Yeah, absolutely. He played it well, and Owens was using that stiff arm, and Peterson was going to have nothing of that, and athletic enough to still reach in and get that ball knocked loose, but it rolls out of bounds on the Burrows sideline and rolls out far enough here where he was on the field, and it's a first down.
Does pick up the first, as that's the 13th first down of the half with 2:21 to go for Hillsboro Central Valley. From the left hash mark, and Bryce Miller goes out wide to the right side. Here in a shotgun set, split back. Slushik doesn't like it. Clock's running down. He takes a timeout. Timeouts from Brad Richter and Nick Preston, your Nodak Insurance Company, Trail County agents with answers. Here with 2:21 to go, first half. Hillsboro Central Valley leading 22-0 over Sargent County on your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
Score updates here out of the timeout. In Region 1, Ellendale Edgeley Calm leads Valley City 21-0. 2 minutes to go in the first half. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Northern Cass leads Oaks 7-0. Those two teams currently battling for the 3 spot. It is Mayport CG and Lisbon scoreless after 1 quarter. Your out-of-town scoreboard here from Dakota Heritage Bank, dhb.bank, the website. Hillsboro Central Valley will have it first and 10 as they hand off, running through, bouncing off, then keep going, picking up an extra 2. As a lot of barking from the mic there, Jim, just an FYI on that one.
What's that?
Making sure, Mike barking a little bit there where you're at, so just checking a couple things. Burrows quickly up here to the line of scrimmage. Here after the 6-yard gain. They will be back to pass. Lushik will throw it over the middle. Hits caught by Rognus. Makes a man miss. Gets a block. Tries to cut back. Sees nothing there to the middle. Still on his feet. And now he'll work it down here to the 17-yard line. A big gain for the Burrows through the pass.
Yeah, and Rognus came across and found the seam, and Lushik found a 7. And they moved the ball downfield, and first down at around the 17.
They're 35 yards on the catch and run. First down. Clock runs here. Minute 38 to go in this first half. Lushik will turn, hand off. Sawyer Owens through the middle of the defense there. Will bring it down to the 9-yard line. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
Only 1 timeout remaining for Hillsboro Central Valley. That's why they're in the hurry up. The Bulldogs trying to bring in their defense and make some adjustments. They'll use a timeout here.
Take the timeout to set it up. 2nd and 3 when we come back. Minute 22 to go. Hillsboro Central Valley leading 22-0 in this first half. And your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Timeouts from your Trail County agents with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. Brad Richter, Nick Preston, 701-636-5285.
Did you say during the timeout there from Nodak Insurance with the guys that Owens has approaching 200 yards?
Yeah, I have him 17 carries for 189 and a touchdown as he takes another carry, drags a man with him hard. Down to the 5-yard line, picking up 5 and a first down.
Yeah, and the tackle made by Ferderer, the Bulldogs trying to come with some blitz, but the Burrows picked it up on the interior and got the blocks, and Owens runs hard, clock running, just over a minute here as they get to the line of scrimmage.
As they break the huddle, Miller will be a right side, Mitzel left side. I formation, Halfley the tight end on the right side. They're going to give it off on the fullback give, and it's in for the score for Carson Cassette.
Yeah, hard run off that right side, followed behind Jenin and Matson Dickoff, I believe, on that right side. Yeah.
So Carson Kazette rushes in his second rushing score on the season, his third total touchdown on offense. With 54 seconds to go in the first half, Burrows extending their lead, now equaling what has been their season high to this point. They're going to look to surpass it here as they line up going for two. Under center, Lushik turns, hands off. Owens right side, little jump cut through the line for the two-point conversion run. Hillsboro Central Valley now leads on your Golden Harvest Tim Kazette seat sale scoreboard 30-0 over Sargent County on yourliveevent.com.
Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro is completing post-frame buildings 80 by 80, 80 by 160, even 80 by 200. Need an addition or shop reskin? Cywick Lumber and Hardware has all materials. They'll complete to your customized building requests. Bifold doors, hydro doors for farm buildings, and metal sail steel for durable construction. Whether it's new, an addition, or a repair, every building project can be done with Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro. All materials, all in one place. Visit or call Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
At Dakota Heritage Bank, we know your schedules can get hectic. You don't always have time to get to the bank during regular banking hours. We make it easy for you with mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay services that we offer for free. This is Michelle with Dakota Heritage Bank, inviting you to do your banking with us anytime, anywhere. Just go to dhb.bank or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hillsboro Central Valley scoring drive as they punch it in on a Carson Kazette 5-yard run. They went 80 yards in that one in just under 4 minutes. Here's a kickoff by Bryce Miller. It's bobbled, picked up inside the 10. The work to the left side, hit, the ball pops out.
Nope. It was an arm. It looked like the ball there, but it was an arm that got swung around. So yeah, maybe it got jarred there, but holding on to it and keeping it was Ryan Eng. Back to that Kazette touchdown there, Jake. We talked about in the break. Hillsboro Central Valley, really moving things up front with their offensive line. The Bulldogs had brought a couple linebackers up into the gaps, just really loading the line of scrimmage, and the Burros still able to just pound it forward on that touchdown run.
Credit to those guys up front there, Matson, Lee, Matson, Jenin, and Dickoff. Here as Bulldogs will send 4 wide. 48 seconds left here before half. They'll turn, hand off, run play up the middle. Engel will take it here for 3 yards.
Brody Breidenbach is out here defensively now for Hillsboro Central Valley as we're seeing some rotation throughout the night. Clock's going to continue to run here in the final 30 seconds. We're going to have to make a snap as there's like 2 seconds difference between play clock and game clock.
Yep, they will line up here on 2nd and 8. Here and see
some different personnel here for the Bulldogs too with their line of scrimmage, that left side.
Try and get that out here as they're just going to kneel it down here, and that will take us to the end of the first half. Hillsboro Central Valley leading 30-0 over Sargent County as we're going to go down to the field here as our halftime coaches' comments from Dakota Heritage Bank.
Well, Coach Pastor Joe Johnson, first half you lead 30 rip. Your guys up front are really doing a nice job, aren't they?
Yeah, we talk about games being won and lost in the trenches, and it all starts and ends at the line of scrimmage, and the guys up front are getting the job done.
Are they able to pick up some of that blitz stuff too? Are you pleased with that?
Yeah, and we've been seeing a lot of blitzes all year long, and we've got an experienced group up there tonight. We started all seniors on that offensive line, and they've been looking at that stuff for a long time. They're a smart group, and yeah, they're picking it up. That's a part of blitzing is a guy's going to get through once in a while, and at the same time, when you blitz, you're giving up something in the second level or the third level, and so when they're blitzing, then we're identifying then what are they giving up, and we're trying to take advantage of those opportunities.
Blocking well, your backs are running hard, you're finding some pass, good solid first half, leading by 30. What are you going to tell the guys at halftime? What do you expect here in the second half?
Yeah, it's about energy, and so when we come out in the second half, we can't say we're up a few points. We've got this. We got to come out and like we said at the beginning of the game, Burke, is that every play we are one play at a time, and every play we have to bring the energy.
Coach, thank you so much. Get to the team. We'll talk to you later. Good luck. Thanks, you bet. There we go. Pastor Joe Johnson, Coach Johnson for the Burros. 30-0 at halftime. Dakota Heritage Bank with our coaches' conversations here. Part of the halftime report from Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance Agent here in downtown Hillsboro, the Ryan Opdahl Agency. Visit with him for the insurance you're looking for to protect you and your family. It's 30-0 Hillsboro Central Valley on senior night, leading Sargent County Region Football with your live event.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsboro, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
Fall is here, and that means harvest will ramp up quickly. How did your planter do this spring? Did you have the correct down pressure? Was your singulation spot on? Did you need row cleaners or a better closing system? This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer, and we are here to help. Discounts, 0% financing, and $50 per row rebates on most all systems will give you the tools to improve your planter pass. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Have a safe and profitable harvest.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Ryan Opdahl Agency, Farmers Union Insurance halftime report. Hillsboro Central Valley leads 30-0. First half summary, Burros score on their first two drives. A Tyson Lushik 5-yard touchdown run. A Bryce Miller 20-yard touchdown catch from Tyson Lushik. They lead 14-0 on a Cassette 2-point conversion and then a failed 2-point conversion pass on the second touchdown. 14-0 at that point. Defensively, stymieing the Sargent County Bulldogs in the first half, forcing punts on 3 of the 5 possessions. The fourth possession ended in a fumble, and the fifth one ended in the clock running out on the first half for Sargent County. Bulldogs did to get a turnover on downs on the Burros, but then Burros respond with 2 more touchdown runs to end the half. A Sawyer Owens 46-yard touchdown run. Carson Cassette a 5-yard touchdown run. Owen with a 2-point conversion run on both of those scores. And 30-0 is your halftime score. Burros lead on your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Here we'll look at our first half stats when we come back on your Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance Agency halftime report.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Anderson Seed Farms Incorporated is proud to announce its new partnership with AP Select Seed by AgroPartners. AP Select offers the latest traits and genetics in both corn and soybeans. They're a family-owned company that believes in fair pricing along with unmatched customer support that makes them truly better by choice. Anderson Seed Farms is a certified seed conditioning plant that grows, conditions, and sells West-bred spring wheat seed which was the top growing spring wheat in North Dakota last year. Contact Anderson Seed Farms in Foreman at andersonseedfarms.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
Halftime in Hillsboro. Hillsboro Central Valley leading Sargent County 30-0. Let's look at our first half stats for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Sawyer Owens, 18 carries, 194 yards, has one touchdown, two two-point conversion runs. Carson Cazzetta with 36 yards and a touchdown on 10 carries. Tyson Lushik with 13 yards and a touchdown on 4 carries. Hunter Klecker, 3 carries for a total of 9 yards as well. That's 252 yards of rushing in the first half on 35 carries. Through the air, Lushik is 3 of 6 passing, 64 yards and a touchdown. 1 catch, 35 yards for Brody Rognes. 2 catches, total of 29 yards and a touchdown for Bryce Miller. 252 plus 64, 314 yards of offense in the first half for the Burros. No turnovers. They had 15 first downs, and they held the ball for 17 minutes and 8 seconds in that first half by my unofficial time of possession count there. No penalties as well in the first half for Hillsboro Central Valley. For Sargent County, Eli Olson, 4 carries, 5 yards. Chase Fury, 2 carries, 1 yard. It was Tristan Peterson on reverse, got caught in the backfield for a negative 12 yards, and it was a 1 carry, 3 yards there for Ryan Engie there, and then a kneel down as well too for no yards. So a total of negative 3 yards rushing in the first half on those 9 carries for Sargent County. Passing, 2 of 3 passing for 12 yards for Jace Fury. Completed both of them to Tristan Peterson for the 12 yards. Total of 9 yards of offense in the first half for Sargent County. 1 turnover. Had 1 penalty for 5 yards in the first half as well. That's our first half stats, with Hillsboro Central Valley leading 30-0 over Sargent County. Continue on more with your Ryan Opdahl Agency Farmers Union Insurance halftime report.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
At half, it is Hillsboro Central Valley leading Sargent County 32-0. Take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. And in Region 1 scores, as I refresh this one more time. Ellendale Edgecombe leads Valley City at half, 21-0. Just before halftime, Oaks with the ball, trailing Northern Cass 13-7. Jaguars lead the Tornadoes 13-7. Oaks has the ball, though, just before halftime. Lisbon up over Mayport CG 20-0 at the half. They're in Region 1. A couple of Region 2 scores. Grafton defeats Harvey Wells County 22-18. Thompson leading Rugby 46-18. Here into the fourth quarter in that matchup. There, Langdon area, Edmore Munich leading Carrington 20-7. Just underway in the second half in that one. Some of your out-of-town scores. Here as it is Hillsboro Central Valley leading 30-0 over Sargent County. Your Golden Harvest, Tim Cassette, Seed Sales scoreboard. As we'll come back, get you ready for the second half when we return on yourliveevent.com.
Looking to tackle a big building project or a major fall cleanup? Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro has what you need. 40 dumpster roll-off boxes that are on hand, ready for rent. Need building materials? They'll deliver everything you need for your project and bring the dumpster at the same time for maximum convenience. If it's time for fall cleaning, rent a large dumpster and clear out your space with ease. For rentals of your dumpsters and building needs, your one-stop shop for your projects, Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
Halftime report to Hillsboro Central Valley leads Sargent County 30-0. As momentarily here, we're going to go back down to the field. Our halftime coaches' comments from Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, dhb.bank. The website, Jim Berkmeyer on the field with Coach Eric Olson.
Well, Coach Olson, the first half, you give your guys a message here at halftime. If you can, fill us in a little bit of just what you talk about, because reminding of the big picture, because there's still a second half to go out and then play some good football.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it throughout the week. You play every play as if the score is 0-0. And now we have that opportunity to keep playing like it's 0-0, because like we told all the guys, you never know which play is your last play. So, we're down one. Charlie just went with maybe a dislocated shoulder. And we're down some kids. But you know what? Keep battling until the clock hits 0.
And, the other thing, too, is as you keep battling, you've got some kids that truly are battling out there and playing really hard and in on a number of plays. And you just, there's lessons to be learned about life. Keep working hard. Good things will happen.
Yep, that's right. Celebrate the little victories that we have out on the field and keep learning from our mistakes.
Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it. We'll talk later.
Awesome. Thank you.
You bet. Coach Olson for Sargent County here on the halftime report. Hillsboro Central Valley leading 30-0. Conversation with our coaches from Dakota Heritage Bank and our halftime report from Ryan Opdahl Agency, Farmers Union Insurance, downtown Hillsboro.
Data shows that half of the pills seized off the street by law enforcement contain a lethal dose of fentanyl. You never know when you might find yourself in the middle of an emergency. Why not be the reason a life can be saved? Narcan provides a safe and easy way to reverse the effects of an opioid in just minutes. You can pick up your Narcan today for free at your local public health office.
This message is brought to you by your local public health unit.
Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton with receiving stations in Garsky, Grafton, Larimore, Sharon, Devils Lake, Lankin, Wilton, and East Grand Forks. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or call 701-847-2622.
Wrapping up our halftime report, get you ready for the second half. Sargent County will receive the kickoff to begin half number 2. Hillsboro Central Valley will be kicking from right to left. Officials coming up to the booth during the break, informing the clock crew, and I took off the headset to hear what they're saying too. We're going to have running clock here in this second half here, so whole second half they said we're going to do running clock. Just FYI for everyone watching at home. Thank you for watching wherever you are, at home, on the road. Maybe you're at a establishment too, that having a burger and watching in on this one. Thanks for being with us. Here on the left side return, it's going to be up here to the 29-30 yard line for Sargent County as Eli Olson returns it to start off the second half.
Yeah, now it's about still, maintaining the energy, the playing well, playing the right way, the fundamentals. Don't let any former bad habits get back into your system. Don't develop any new bad habits. Stay clean, and just play hard and get out of this thing with no more injuries.
Bulldogs split out 2 to the right side on the near side to us. That's the wide side as they snap this ball from the left hash mark. Send a man in motion out of the backfield. Back to pass. Ferry being pressured, and he is brought down. There's Bryce Miller coming through. And the sack on that play brings him back here for loss of 10.
Yeah, and Miller really came in pretty clean, pretty quick on this left side.
Miller picks up his now 2.5 sacks on the season. Had a half sack, or no, had a full sack last week.
Yeah, Miller and these defensive guys, they're telling you, Big Jake, don't come with that half stuff. Just give us a sack.
Looks
be
like
so darn technical, cheating us out of a sack. I mean, we get the guy. Come on, Jake.
Back to pass. They didn't get the guy. He throws the pass off here, but it is broken up that time. Rogness with the breakup. Intended receiver there trying to get it to Tristan Peterson.
Newstall.
Yep, sorry, wrong one. Yep. There, but I do see Austin Cotton in at safety for Hillsboro Central Valley. Tyson Lushik on the sideline. Here coming out, part of that starting defense. Looks like, I think everyone else is the same there on the starters.
Yeah, looks that way. Speaking of sideline, you've not even noticed the last 3 weeks. Look at where I am. I'm always outside the line.
Watch line, though, because you're well known to color and commentate outside the line. So
I know. Look at this. I'm just like more than social distancing here.
Penalty on Sargent County there. Procedural there.
Their third of the night?
Second penalty.
Second
penalty. Marking back 5 yards here. Brings up third now and 21 as they're back to pass. A lot of pressure in the face again here as Fury has nowhere to go with it. He's wrapped up and eventually spun back down.
Now they're going to throw in a flag.
Colin Jennett a little too aggressive with the takedown that time.
Playing football, give him the sack, and playing hard and playing until the whistle, and personal foul.
Here, so
lots of pressure though as the kitchen sink and all of that was coming.
So we move the ball up as they mark off the 15, and it's going to be placed on the 26-yard line. Here, and no automatic first down, so it's still a fourth down. Punt formation out for Sargent County.
How many of these high school athletes do you think when they're watching, the Never Figure League are saying, gal, why don't we get a first down after a penalty like that? You know what I'm saying?
Here's a punt that angles out of bounds, so it'll be a first down for the offense on the change of possession.
It's not like they're not working just as hard.
a lot of things you watch between the two that there's a, why?
Yeah.
Why is that like that? There, so the punt goes out here at the 49-yard line, so 25 yard.
We'll let you viewers, subscribers discuss that wherever you're at tonight, okay? We'll just let you guys talk about that.
9:26 to go in this third quarter. Hillsboro Central Valley, they're going to mark it at the 47-yard line. 47 is where it goes out.
Looks like the ones are here to begin the second half.
They'll be under center. Lushik will turn, hand off, give it off to Owens. Owens picking up the yard as he crosses the double century mark. Here, that 6-yard Gary puts him right at 200.
I don't know. Was that Olsen? I was wondering if that's. I see.
Second down and 4.
Funchess is out here, 34. I'm just trying to get everybody situated where they're at here on the field as we look around.
Here, so second down.
Yeah, it's Funchess behind Kleckner, 14 and 34. All these running backs have
all
a 4.
have the 4.
Yeah, absolutely. 4, 14, 24, 34.
Here, Miller's got a step going deep to him. He comes back to him as it's broken up that time. And Tristan Peterson able to break it up, intended for Miller.
Miller athletic enough to still come around and make a play on that. Have an opportunity. Yeah, he had a good 2 steps to begin on that route.
Oh, third down now for the Burros.
Third down and 4 for the Burros.
Seeing here, starting offensive line looks the same. Do see Mooch there doing some practice snaps with Austin Cotton on the sideline, so likely that switch coming on that series. One. Lushik will turn. He'll hand off right side is Funchess. He'll get the first down as he picks up 5 yards up here to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, getting some action here tonight.
Here in Hillsboro Central Valley, through the first 5 weeks of the year, had played all one-possession games. Last week, they had the 28-0 victory over Valley City, but not a lot of time for the second, third guys to rotate in here, so chance for them to get some opportunities here on the Friday night. Here with the I formation, run the option. Lushik doesn't like it left. He takes it back right side. Then he's going to go right to the sideline here after a 6-yard gain here with no one in front of him.
It looked like maybe a design left, but recognizing that's nothing there, so he went back right with the athleticism and finds a positive gain out of it. Yeah, Cotton continues to warm up here, playing some catch with Billings, and Cotton says, I'm ready.
Clock continues to run in this second half, as it will. 2 receivers left side in a twin set I formation. Lushik brings him up to the line of scrimmage, and a little confusion. Lushik going to keep it himself. He scrambles, loses the footing. He's going to be tackled there down for a loss on the play of 2.
As the Bulldogs, I'm looking here at 26. I don't have a 26 on my roster.
That would be Ferderer.
Oh, Ferderer, yeah,
he has
switched
the dual
jerseys.
number.
Yeah.
So Mitzel brings in the play on third down. Burros have it on the Bulldog 33-yard line. They're leading 30-0. That was our halftime score as we roll the clock here halfway through this third quarter. Trips receivers right side. Lushik back in to pass. He's looking. He's going to throw deep on the left side, and it is incomplete. Down there, intended for Halfley.
Yep. Lushik looking for Halfley, and and the senior night introductions tonight. Each player had listed for public address announcer Richard W. Gerke to go through the script, and Lushik had something to the effect of a memory that he has or something that he had brought up was just throw the ball out there and Maynard will go get it.
Well, he did that week
Twice,
2 at Thompson.
Least. Yeah, and then here just
had
a
the
week
touchdown
ago.
last week again, yeah. Lushik back to pass. Here's he's looking. He's rolled out to the right side. He's going to throw it up, and it is knocked away. Good defense that time.
Peterson.
Had the chance to pick it, but said, I'm going
No
to knock
need
it
to.
away,
Take
and we're
the
going
field
to take the
position.
field position.
Yeah.
Coaches love to see it. Fans say, oh, why didn't you pick it? But you got to listen to the coaches.
Sargent County to take over.
Turnover on downs. 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Bulldogs begin this drive from their own 33. Here as they will come out, and we're going to see if we got some rotation subs coming in. Keep an eye on that. Olafson, the wide receiver on the right side. Burrows showing blitz, and we got flag coming out.
Yeah, I think, is that Cotton back there at safety because Jacob Miller has been moved up to like an outside linebacker type?
Offsides on Hillsboro Central Valley, their second penalty now. And, yeah, Miller kind of rolls up into that rover strong safety there. Cotton playing that more rangy free safety. Inside give on the fullback carry.
Breidenbach on the stop for Hillsboro Central Valley. We see John Matson is out there, and Owens, Gayton is still out there, Rogness, Miller, pretty much most of the ones here.
As Verderer goes into the backfield, he takes that carry. He gets the 2 yards.
Zabin Olafson in now as a receiver wide to the right side, bottom of the screen here as you view on your live event. Thanks for watching tonight.
Here, so we'll have to check on that offensive line with the shuffle there, too, for the Bulldogs. As the pitch is off. Picked up, though, by Eli Olson, and a negative play turns into a 1 yard play. It was good to get something out of that one.
Yeah, really, alert there by Olson as the pitch got a little bit high and short there as some of the timing was off, and still, though, making something out of that to avoid any real damage and protect the football and get forward, make it 3rd and 2.
Looking out there, Connor Olson still out at center. Have Brady Lean at that right guard position here as the Bulldogs turn. They give up the middle. Verderer fighting for the yards. He will not get it.
No. Big collision there in the middle. A lot of Burrows there in those gray jersey tops, white numbers, blue pants. Brings up 4th and almost a full yard.
Looks like the lineman that came in for Verderer there, 55, Quinton Bauer Stadler on that offensive line. There's the sub that we were looking for.
Yeah. Also, I see 71 here now, Brady Lean, 300-pound junior playing at the offensive line.
Here's on 4th down. Bulldogs going for it as they're going to run up the middle, and I think he got it.
Yeah, going to be by about a football length. Move the chains.
So they pick up that first down, move the chains here for the first time tonight.
Kleckner comes in defensively, and going out will be Halfley for Hillsboro Central Valley as some changes continue to be made with personnel as some of these seniors come off, and now we're going to see 25 coming in for the Burros. That's Ethan Drake, and Sawyer Owens will come out.
Here, receiver right side is Olafson for the Bulldogs on 1st and 10. Under center, pitch play comes out to Olson. Eli Olson, he cuts back to the left side. He tries to Ricky Williams it, can't do it there. He's brought down for what is right now a 3-yard loss. And it's going to be a hold. Will they accept it?
Yeah, they will. They're going to move him back.
So moving back 10 yards here. You see substitutions as Evan Chapetsky comes in for the Burrow defense with some rotation. Alan Moocher in as well. So we'll be long down in distance here on 1st and 20. Quarterback Chase Fury will throw the quick receiver screen out to the left side. It's caught, make a one-man miss. Peterson still on his feet, gets back the penalty yardage, +1, 11-yard gain.
Yeah, he really has some quick feet, doesn't he? He's making some moves, and he's been all over the football field tonight.
Had that one that he knocked out, but the ball rolled out of bounds on defense here, so both sides of the ball.
Yeah, keep in mind, obviously, the seniors for Sargent County have been in this program and have been doing a number of good things for years, and they've got some really good underclassmen with them that, it's a year where just not the experience, and but they continue to improve each week.
2nd down and 9, back to pass, looking down the left sideline, going deep, it's up, it's knocked away. Borough defense.
Drake.
Ethan Drake with the PBU.
Yeah, he was right in position. Well played defensively.
Peterson, he could make the case he got a PBU on that one there, keeping away from Drake, who had the inside position on that football. Here, but it will bring up now a 3rd and 9. Clock again, rolling running clock here in this second half. Here, as long as it stays at 30. If it goes under 30, officials say they'll stop it. So just FYI on that. Bulldogs send out receivers left, receiver right, Olafson right, Peterson left. In the backfield to 2, they hand off, second man through as Olson is stopped. Eli Olson, nowhere to go.
Yeah, Johnny Madsen.
Here, so bring him down, and that will bring up 4th down. We'll see if the Bulldogs run a final play here in the 3rd quarter.
Nope.
Here, so
That's my prediction.
Well, if we head to the 4th quarter, it will be 30-0. Hillsboro Central Valley leading over Sargent County. Your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard, and we will indeed head to the 4th quarter here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Being a good sport is the best way to learn from the activity you are involved in. Whether you are winning or losing the game, you can walk away with a positive experience if you show your integrity and respect and learn from the other team. Hi, my name is Addison, and I'm a student in the Central Valley School District. I've learned so much from competing in basketball, and a lot of what I've learned is by observing the other teams and taking positive influence from some of their greats in sportsmanship. I hope to continue to display this at the Central Valley School to also be an example. This message is from the Central
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
It is the 4th quarter on your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. 30-0, Hillsboro Central Valley leads over Sargent County here in this Region 1 matchup. Other matchups here. Nearing the end of the 3rd quarter, Ellendale Elderly Calm leads 34-0 over Valley City. Have not seen an update here on Lisbon Mayport CGE with the Broncos leading the Patriots 20-0 at half. Also Northern Cass and Oaks, the Jaguars there right before halftime were leading 13-7. I have not seen an update on that one either, but that's where we stand to the best of our knowledge. Right now, your out-of-town scoreboard from Dakota Heritage Bank. Bulldog football, 4th and 10. As they go for it, it will be Fury rolling out to his right side. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw incomplete. 10 receiver there for Olafson. And the incomplete is the turnover on downs.
All right, so we're going to see Kittleson come out. He'll be in the backfield. Looks like the offensive line is going to stay intact. Funchess will come out in the backfield. You're going to see Jannon, Miller, Dickoff, Matson, and Breidenbach on that offensive line. Cotton's going to be at quarterback for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Still see Halfley in as a tight end. Looks like the offensive line's still going to go Matson, Lee, Matson, Jenin, and Dickoff. But we'll get a timeout here before the play. So timeout, Hillsboro Central Valley. Timeouts from your Nodak Insurance Company, Trail County Agents with Answers, Brad Richter and Nick Preston. 30-0, Burrows lead over the Bulldogs on YourLiveEvent.com.
The City of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
Out of the timeout, Hillsboro Central Valley up to the line of scrimmage. Set to run the play on 1st and 10 with Twins receivers right side. They'll pitch it over to the right side edge, trying to get to Funchess as trying to rip the ball out. Bulldogs came up with the ball. Ryan Henge looked like he almost ripped that one out, but they do say it is Borough ball, gain of 4.
Yeah, I think he was right on the sideline. You know, the foot had reached out of bounds there or something.
So will be 2nd and 10.
I was trying to get the best angle, but then I realized that if I get too close here, I'd be way too close. But we're going to just venture closer.
Fullback give here to Hunter Kleckner as he runs forward, picks up 3 of the 5 that's needed. There sets up now a 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
You know, I have this handshake thing here with Coach Kittleson before the game. I'm going to have to remind him that, you know, he needs to just move like a step or 2 left because Burke's in the position that Burke shouldn't be in, but that's okay because I want to get close to the action. So he's right here, so he hears everything I'm saying. Some nights I wish he wouldn't hear everything I was saying because he's going, holy cow, man.
No comment. Cade Mueller comes into the backfield here.
Thank you.
There as it's Cotton pressure in his face, evading the tackle. Then as he twists back, he loses the footing back to the 49-yard line. Going to be a loss of 13 on the what will go down as a sack. Newstall will take credit for the sack on that one. Aaron brings up 3rd and long. Wholesale substitutions for the Borough offense.
Well, and on the 4th down special teams unit here is Dickoff's going to be back to punt for the first time tonight, right?
Yes. Yeah. Almost a MVP performance the last few games with some field position, but first time he's called upon here. Here as the snap and the punt goes off, and this one angled here. Goes out of bounds, and they're going to walk it up to the 20, to the 25, to the 28, to the 29, to the 30, to the 31 is where it will go out of bounds, so a net of 21 on the punt.
Their own 31-yard line first.
9:46 to go in this 4th quarter. Hillsboro Central Valley in the first half. Touchdown runs of 5 yards by Tyson Lushik. Lushik with a 20-yard pass to Bryce Miller. Sawyer Owens with a 46-yard touchdown run, and Carson Kazette with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Wyatt Myers is out here, 67 now, defensive tackle. He and Alan Moocher, the kid we call Mooch, they're playing at tackles.
Here's the back to pass on the play action. Deep drop. They'll dump it off in the right flat, but it's through the hands, incomplete. Here's Ritter can't hold on to that one. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Sargent County Bulldogs.
Well, you know, just as broadcast guys, let's look ahead to next week. It's a big game. Lisbon, Hillsboro Central Valley. Key game as far as playoffs go.
I think the Burrows, you got to look at it here as
for
you
both
just control
teams.
your own destiny,
Yeah.
and, you know, you just go out to win. Here under center, I formation. Fury runs the quick receiver screen out to Olofsson on the right side. He'll catch it. He'll pick up 4 yards on the catch.
Yeah. Miller and Kittleson on the tackle for Hillsboro Central Valley.
4 of 8 passing, 27 yards for Jace Fury here in this game right now.
So EEK was winning tonight, right?
EEK had a large lead last update I had, yes.
And Lisbon was leading last check, correct?
Yep, they were up 20-0 at half.
And then the Northern Cass and Oaks game, Northern Cass had a touchdown or 2 lead, right?
6-point lead there near halftime.
Okay.
Here's the give up the middle, no gain defense. Stonewalls that time for the Burros, and the Bulldogs will have it now 4th down and 7.
And those 4 teams I just mentioned would be if things had ended or whatever right now, that would be your top 4 teams, correct?
That would be your top 4, all
because
coming
of
into
the head-to-head
night.
and all that other good stuff.
Yep, and all 3-1 coming in region play.
Right.
Still 13-7, Northern Cass leading Oaks, 7 minutes left in the third. So we advance in that game, same score. Lisbon now up 26-0 halfway through the third quarter as well.
And here in another 2 weeks after the regular season is done, going into the playoffs, there could be some tie-breaking situations that are needed to separate this. Olsen slips and falls here as he gets near the sideline and slides out of bounds. Mooney there in the vicinity for Hillsboro Central Valley. Burros will take over.
The turnover on downs here was 7:35 to go in the fourth quarter. That reverse that Burros snuffed on the first half. These guys didn't over pursue on it this time as they faked that reverse handoff and then able to get the stop here. So Burros come out 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Bulldog 34-yard line.
Looks like Kleckner still in there. Ethan Kittleson in as a receiver.
Yeah, Chapesky's at a left end. You have Myers at a left guard. Breidenbach left tackle. Mooch at center. Get the rest of the guys here in a minute.
Austin Cotton under center, turns, hands off. They give it off to Mueller, and it is Cade Mueller being stopped for a loss of 1.
Liam Edinburgh, sophomore, on the right side of the offensive line, along with Cameron Larson. Now Kleckner will come out, and we see coming in 45, Matthew Hershey. Also out now is Cade Mueller, 12, and going in is Funches, 34. So Cade Mueller out there for the last few snaps.
So
Mooney, 25, is your receiver on the near side. Kittleson's left.
They'll run the option to the left side. Cotton pitches it over here, cut back to the middle, into a wall there that time. Into a big bear hug. There's
Brady Lean and Cole Fury. And 76, too, I should say, Ellenberger, Deacon Ellenberger. Yeah, I thought Funches, wow, okay, you're going to cut that thing back, and then all of a sudden, boom. Beach is in now, and out is Hershey.
Bulldogs have some good young size on this
team. Yeah, they really
do.
They do. Yeah, and they've, some of the skilled players have really good speed. They're going to be okay.
Trips receivers to the right side, 1 left side. Cotton in the pistol set, back to pass. Looking. He'll roll to the right side. Caught from behind and brought down. Elijah Hansen, the freshman, making the stop and the sack.
Was that Hansen or was that Creech, 79?
79? Okay, Creech, yeah, he's wearing the 79, not the 20. Okay. Creech got the sack.
Yeah, you're right, though. Elijah Hansen, 78's on the other. He's at a tackle there on that defensive line with the right side defensive line, Scotty Perro.
So brings up now here a 2nd and 20.
Bauer Stadler's at a linebacker for the Bulldogs.
4 wide receivers, 2 each direction. Cotton back to pass. He'll go left side. It's overthrown, and 10 receiver was Funches in the flat. Incomplete. And that will keep the clock rolling here. So
yeah, it's been a running clock throughout the second half.
Change of possession there with the defense coming out. Reset the sticks.
Cade Mueller's back in, and out is Chapesky. I also see 2, Jackson Kleckner, the freshman, out here along with Beach and Hershey, Kittleson, Mooney. Myers is at a defensive line. Larson, 55, is there. Edinburgh, 71. 78, Riker Sundin, the freshman. And Billings, 5, comes in, and Cotton will come out. Ryan Billings.
Bulldogs break their sideline huddle as they come right up to the ball. 11 on the play clock. So they get under center in an I formation. Ferry will turn, hand off, running to the right side, and nice hole that time. Running through, Eli Olson will pick up 7 yards.
And is Hunter Lean now 15, the quarterback for the Bulldogs? Looks like it. Yep, 15.
Yeah, so making that change in there. Also see Easton Johnson.
And, 56, Keegan Swanson. 71, Brady Lean, just picking them up as we go and as they break their huddle. Braden Simonowski, 52, is out there.
On second down, under center, Burrows showing blitz. Offense stays home. The fullback give inside and able to drag up for the first down that time. And look like
Brooks
Hogness.
Yeah, 58.
Yeah.
See 27, Easton Johnson that you've talked about. 82 is also going out. Rylan Sarbaum. Trying to get all these names and numbers out there as we can throughout this. Cyprian Johnson, 70 for Sargent County. Just over 4 minutes to go in this one. Halftime score still stands at 30-rip.
Sargent County next week, they'll host Mayport CG. Here taking the Patriots, hand off to Olson, left side, stood up there at the line of scrimmage. Looked like Cameron Larson, is that 55?
Yep, sure
55.
is. Yeah, he got there and made the play.
So no gain for Olson.
Stetson Kukowski is on now for Hillsboro Central Valley. And saw somebody else also flying in here to get into the ball game. Checking it.
We got a Matthew Hershey sighting.
28, Torgerson. Wyatt Torgerson, freshman. 74 now, the center for the Bulldogs. That's Breeze Waylander.
Sargent County runs the receiver screen out to the right side as it's caught and dragged down on that far side. No gain, great open field tackle. Kittleson there. And
on number 3, Wyatt Heyman coming in. And Kittleson will come out and gets a nice handshake from the coaching staff.
Looked like Olafson. Here's double checking there.
17, Crosby Wilprecht, freshman, is a receiver for Sargent County now on this 3rd and 11.
Here they'll run the toss play, coming to the near side as they'll try and get around the corner. Here, make a man miss. Eli Olson does as he gets his way up here to the 32-yard line. 17 yards and best play of the day.
Well, and you can give him 18 because they're going to mark it at the 31. He stayed in bounds, turned the corner, running hard. He shows that burst of speed, and Burrows in pursuit, and Sargent County moves the ball down the field with under 2 minutes to play.
Here, clock running here, so Hillsboro Central Valley looking to move to 5-2 and 3-2 in the region. Inside give, ball was jumped on here by Hogness as Brooks Hogness.
And Charlie again went out earlier in the game with an injury. Coach Olson talked about that at halftime. We'll hope that that's nothing severe or not as severe as maybe what was talked about at halftime, and let the medical team and everybody report the findings as the Bulldogs will make their way back home tonight.
Lode and Jokum, a receiver on the right side. They run the pitch play to Olson on that right side edge, trying to get to the corner. Burrows track him down, don't give up the ground.
Yeah, they really strung that out, didn't they? Really good team pursuit and took away the angles and fought through the blocks and pulled them down. There was Hammond and others for Hillsboro Central Valley. It's another play or so, and Hillsboro Central Valley will pick up another victory tonight.
Be on the road at Lisbon next week. We'll have that matchup for with yourliveevent.com. Under a minute left in the fourth. EEK leads Valley City 41-0. Thompson beat Rugby 54-18. Final score in that one.
Tommy's put it together.
Lean back to pass, throws as he's hit, and it's incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Incomplete pass there. And
probably the final play.
Looking like it will be the final play. So Hillsboro Central Valley, the Burros pick up the 30-0 victory. They'll go to 5-2 overall. Sargent County Bulldogs fall to 0-7. Stay with us here. Our post-game report coming your way next on YourLiveEvent.com. On your Golden Harvest, Tim Cazzette, Seed Sales Scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley 30, Sargent County 0 on YourLiveEvent.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Catch all the action of the fall postseason for Minnesota and North Dakota high school football and volleyball on YourLiveEvent.com.
Going down the field, it's picked off here from Kindred. Tanning Johnson to the 30, to the 25. Johnson, could he go? Yes, sir! A 45-yard pick six for
Takes it up, played high in the air by Horkin. Here's risky left side off of a touch. Kept alive Thornton. Now played high. Angle, Severson, smash! Count, good!
Check out the postseason schedule on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Austin Reed with Dakota Heritage Bank. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we have a strong background in ag and business lending, but we can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. If you're in need of a loan, visit us at one of our locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union insurance agent in Hillsboro.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Final score, Hillsboro Central Valley with the victory over Sargent County, 30-0. With the win, Hillsboro Central Valley goes to 5-2 overall, 3-2 in Region 1 play. Sargent County falls to 0-7, 0-5 in Region 1 matchups. Game summary, all the scoring in the first half as Tyson Lushik with a 5-yard touchdown run. Carson Cassette followed with a 2-point conversion, led 8-0. Then with just over a minute to go in the first quarter, it was Lushik finding Bryce Miller through the air for a 20-yard touchdown catch. Pass failed on the 2-point, 14-0 after one quarter of play. In the second quarter, scoring plays of 46 yards on a rush from Sawyer Owens. Carson Cassette a 5-yard touchdown run with less than a minute to go in the half. Owens with 2-point conversion runs on each, and 30-0, Hillsboro Central Valley with the lead. Went into halftime, came out of halftime with the score margin going running clock there, and both teams just kind of trading back and forth on the turnover on downs there, and not a lot of offense either side going that way, but it is the Burros going out on top 30-0, the final score in this one. As we're going to go right into our post-game player comments from Dakota Heritage Bank. If give me a wave there if you're good. As we'll go down to the field here, Jim Berkmeyer with our players of the game.
Yeah, it's a visit with Mr. Lee here for the Burros of Hillsboro Central Valley. Jameson, Jamie, I'm not sure what they all call you, but I'm just going to say I'm going to call you a nice effort tonight by you, starting as a senior out here, and energy and the Enbridge energy tonight T-shirt to go with you. Just talk about the start tonight and what this game meant as a senior for you.
Well, starting off this game as a senior, I was ready from the start with my parents, just emotional. Been with these boys for as long as I can think of. Coming up with my parents, walking through the field, just felt great. And once I actually got on the field, back with all the original people I played line with from the start, actually, all 4 or 5 of them, played with them since the start. It was just great to be back. I really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to maybe staying with them, keep starting, hopefully, and progress. Year going on. It's coming to an end, but I think we got a good shot, and I just want to keep it going.
Yeah, and you guys played hard. It looked like you guys were in unison, and we're picking stuff up and playing pretty well, and we're moving a lot of people around as running backs put up a lot of yards tonight.
Oh, yeah. We had really good communication, I think, all around the team. Line, of course, that's all I'm hearing most of the time, but over around, it was good effort, good putting each other up. And line, we're talking the whole time, both my line mates. Other side, I think we're just doing good. Good communication.
Yeah. Well, hey, congrats on the effort. Go enjoy this with family and friends and teammates, and good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Jameson Lee for the Burros of Hillsboro Central Valley. We'll talk with a few more players here in just a moment on our post-game report.
Well, thank you, Jim, here, as we'll look out for you there. Right now we're going to talk our Agassiz precision play in the game. And the precision that we're going to go with was the big 46-yard touchdown run for Sawyer Owens, as just a big hole opened up for him, made a nice play, and then shot out of it like a cannon there to the end zone. 46 yards there for the touchdown. At that point, made it 22-0 after the 2-point conversion run as well. Your Agassiz Precision Play of the Game brought to you by Agassiz Precision Egg of Hillsboro, online, planterdoc.com, the website. As we're going to go back down to the field here with post-game coaches' comments. Dakota Heritage Bank, post-game coaches' comments, dhb.bank. The website, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, Dakota Heritage Bank, and on the field with Jim Berkmeyer.
Yeah, and we're going to recognize a couple more athletes here tonight. Enbridge bringing the energy shirts going to Eli Olson for Sargent County, and also to Tristan Peterson for the Bulldogs, joined by their head coach Olson. And let's talk about the game, but let's also talk about your athletes and their efforts here tonight. Scoreboard, didn't go your way this evening, but continuing to play hard, learning more about the football team, and maybe individually they learn more about themselves as well, about things that they can keep doing to have success and other areas that they'll keep working at to improve.
You always hear it. A player will learn more from losses than from wins, and you know what? We've had we've had a lot of opportunity to learn about ourselves here this year. Eli Olson, he's a freshman, but he's going to be a bright spot in our future. He flies around. He makes mistakes, but he makes up for it with his speed and aggressiveness and just all-out effort. Tristan had a nice game. He made a couple mistakes here and there, but I thought he rebounded and made a couple nice plays, learning from his mistakes. So we got there's some pluses, but we still got lots of things to work on.
one of the things we talked about before the game, and I bring this up just as a broadcaster and with you coaches, we want to analyze the game, or at least give a summary of it. You'd wanted your guys to come in. You knew that Hillsboro Central Valley was physical up front, and that was a challenge that I think maybe, I don't want to say that you had said this, but I'm reading into it that, hey guys, the challenge is there. How are we going to match up with that physicality? Just thoughts about how your guys responded.
And that's about every week that we've been, and our guys know that we're outmatched up front, just size-wise. The kids keep battling. It's a matter of turning the film on Mondays and learning from our mistakes and what to do differently next time. But you know what? For the most part, the effort has been there this year. Obviously the wins aren't there, but as long as we keep working and keep having a positive attitude and putting out the effort, that's all we can ask for.
Next week, opponent Mayport CG. I know you're focused on this game for this week. Sometimes, though, there is a little peek ahead. Your thoughts about next week and just, what asked of the guys to bring next week?
That's what I told them. I said, you know what, next week is Mayport, and that's probably the team that will match up against the best overall in the season. And we played them last year. Coach Sola and I are really good friends. Coach Sola used to be one of our coaches for the Bulldog staff, so we talk quite a bit. And it'll be a fun matchup again next week, and hopefully the guys are able to bring the energy next week.
Coach Eric Olson for Sargent County, thank you so much. Appreciate your time and the conversation. Keep the heads up. Your kids are good kids, and they'll keep working hard, and there's good things to come, and you're a class act, so keep it up.
Appreciate that, and appreciate all that you guys do for your live event of broadcasting your kids to everybody that's able to watch them on the internet, so appreciate you guys.
All right, thank you so much. Coach's conversation from Dakota Heritage Bank. Your live event post-game report continues.
Thank you, Jim, as we continue on with our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection here tonight. The connection in this one from Halstead Telephone Company, where you can discover local reliability you can trust with Halstead Telephone Company. And it wasn't a scoring play, but it was a big play, and it was a nice play over the middle here where Brody Rogness just coming across on a little crossing route, right side to left side, got free. Tyson Lushik hit him with a nice pass, 35-yard gain, and just being connected of knowing, hey, I'm coming across the formation, I'm going to find that open spot. Found room to get free, did try and cut back and find some extra room there, fought for some yardage, wasn't able to get a whole lot extra up there, but 35 yards, it's a pretty nice gain. So that is your Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection here today. From Halstead Telephone Company online, halsteadtel.com. Also, we've been talking about our Enbridge Energy players bringing the energy here today. Talked with for Hillsboro Central Valley, Jamison Lee, mentioned there with Coach Olson there, Tristan Peterson, Eli Olson, a couple guys that played real hard for Sargent County as well too, and out there making some plays there. Lee helping move the ball on the offensive line, creating some big holes for the running backs to get through, as working together with the rest of the teammates there. Those three kind of standing out here with some energy in this one, so they are your Enbridge Energy players of the game. Remember, life takes energy. Find out more online at enbridge.com. Before we take a break here, score update for you. Northern Cass with a pair of third quarter touchdowns now leads Oaks 25-7. Northern Cass leading Oaks 25-7. Lisbon leading Mayport CG 26-0 halfway through the fourth quarter, and Ellendale Edgeley Calm with a 41-0 victory over Valley City. There's the other three Region 1 scores. The one you saw here, it is Hillsboro Central Valley 30-0 over Sargent County. On your Team Gazette seed sales scoreboard, more of your post-game report comes up after this.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Get in touch with David Bergerman today at 701-724-6252.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
YourLiveEvent.com post-game report. Hillsboro Central Valley with the victory over Sargent County 30-0. As we bring you your post-game report in this one, take a quick moment here to say thanks to all you viewers joining us throughout our broadcast coverage here today, as well as all the sponsors you've seen and heard throughout our coverage. Asking whenever possible, please patronize those businesses and at the very least tell them thank you. They're the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage. We'll go back down to the sideline back down to the field in just a moment. Here, Hillsboro Central Valley with the 30-0 victory over Sargent County. Burrows move to 5-2. Bulldogs fall to 0-7. Burrow head coach Joe Johnson joining us on the field here. Your Dakota Heritage Bank postgame coach's comments.
Well, Coach, Pastor Joe Johnson for Hillsboro Central Valley, 30 RIP winners over Sargent County on senior night, and kids put together, I believe, a pretty solid effort, wasn't it, from your standpoint of how you would assess their performance?
Yeah, you know, a few of the things that we focused on, I feel like the guys came out and did. We wanted a quick start at the beginning, and they were able to do that, getting a stop right away, marching the ball down the field right away. At halftime, as I told you going into half, the message was going to be keep the energy up. It's easy to come off a good half and then rest on your laurels a little bit, and we didn't want to do that. And I felt like they did a good job of coming out with energy, and of course, those first-string guys didn't get much time, just played that first series on defense, and then we started getting some of the younger players in, and I thought those younger players did a good job too, and we said the same thing. No matter who's on the field, we want you to play with energy, and every play matters, whether that's the first play of the game or the last play of the game.
You know, some of those young guys, if we can just kind of stay there for just a moment with the energy, but also you know, they're under the microscope a bit because this is varsity football. The speed's faster, and also, are you there in the position to also make the plays, meaning that you've paid attention to the film and the scouts and doing your job?
Yeah, one of the things that we talk about all the time is the football family, and that every player on that team matters, and so their role is always important, and part of that role is, of course, making those starters better, but also developing their own game, and that happens on the JV. It happens every day in practice, of course, in the weight room and all these other ways. But when you get out on that field on Friday night, under the Friday night lights, there is something magical about it, and so for every player on our team to have had that experience tonight is pretty cool. It's the first time all year that we've had everybody play, and I'm proud of those young guys. They work hard all week long, just as hard as the older guys do, and to get a chance to show what they can do on Friday night is pretty cool.
To the beginning of the game, to get after it and to take care of business, so to speak, did you feel that your guys responded to that tonight?
Yeah, and you know, of course, I don't know what those stats are, but we didn't want to be giving up a bunch of first downs. And you know, again, and at least I know for sure in those first couple of series, I think first 3 series they didn't get a first. We were able to not give up any first downs and make them punt 3 and out. That was exactly how we wanted to come out and start. Of course, every football team does, but the guys stepped up and did it tonight and made plays when they needed to. Just like I said at the beginning of the game, stopping the run first. And then making sure that we have good pass coverage and good pressure on the quarterback. I felt like we had both of those things tonight.
You know, I don't know where the final numbers ended, but I know that Owens was approaching nearly 200 yards in the first half, and you know, Cazette, big night back there as well, and Leshik making again some good decisions, just showing that maturity that he has back there in the leadership. But the boys up front got after it.
Yeah, games are won and lost in the trenches. It all begins and ends with the line of scrimmage, and I'm proud of those guys, again, starting all seniors on that offensive line. Defensive line, I thought, played really well as well, and you know, controlled that line of scrimmage. When we control the line of scrimmage, we control the game. So my hat goes off to all of those guys up front, and of course Johnny Matson at center tonight, with Jamison Lee getting the start at guard, and then Colin Jennings been done a fantastic job all year at guard, and then both of our tackles with Jack Matson and Brody Dickoff. Maybe our best blocker on the team might be Chase Halfley at tight end, a fantastic blocker. And gosh, you have those 6 guys up front, and you're able to control the football game. And by all means, our backs ran hard. You can see, every week. I know those guys are seniors and they're mature players, but every week they keep getting better, and really like what we saw out of the backfield tonight.
We talked about it in the pregame. Your guys were pretty clean tonight as far as the yellow flags go.
Yeah, and again, something that we talked about at the beginning, and a couple of the games where we struggled, in part was because of penalties at bad times that allowed our opponent to continue drives and killed a few of our drives. So, well, that happens 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a game, and that's the difference in a game. And so we've been really disciplined in practice about not goofing around, about staying disciplined on all of the little things. We do the little things right, the big things take care of themselves, and I felt like the guys were disciplined tonight and pretty clean. A couple of things in the second half, but for the most part, pretty clean football game.
Well, here we go. It's my job to bring it up, and you're going to enjoy this one for another 6 seconds until Burke puts this question in front of you. But next week, whether people believe it or not, in region football here, it's a big game for both you and the Broncos.
It's a huge game, and there's no secret about that. And we were focused only on tonight. But at this point in the season, you can't help but you got to be aware of and that's a part of having some vision too. And during the game, we focus on the play that we're having. But a lot of times we're setting up the next series, or we're setting up what we're going to do on third down, on first down, and so you always have some vision too. And so everybody knows that's a big one going down to Lisbon next week.
Yeah, you came out of this one, I think, healthy tonight, and now it's to get after it and go enjoy the week.
Yeah, we'll be in the film room all weekend. I've got officiating a wedding tomorrow for Thomas Gieske and Faith Austin, both coaches, and a pretty fun celebration. With the exception of that in church on Sunday morning, we'll be in the film room and preparing. So we've got 6 days to get after it and make all of the preparations that we can make and be as prepared as possible.
Only I would do this to you, and my apologies, but Burke is Burke, and I like to have fun, and I like to. It's life, right? So putting you on the spot here, Pastor Joe, Coach Joe. Do you ever, in these officiating of these wedding ceremonies, the day after a game, just like throw in a bootleg right or let's go toss left or anything like that?
Well,
shame on me.
Well, I kind of like the question, and the honest answer is sometimes it's a tough turnaround from Friday night to Saturday, whether that's a wedding or a funeral. And yet I also think it's good for me to get regrouped on Saturday morning and get focused on what my career is and who I am called to be. And I love coaching, but I'm called to be a pastor. And so even, whether that's a win or a loss, to turn around and then do my other role on Saturday, there's something about it that I really love too, even though it's challenging. I'll also quote one of my huge mentors in life, as you know, is Steve Fillion, who was my high school basketball coach and still a phenomenal basketball coach over there at Red Lake County. And a super successful basketball coach, but far more importantly, a super successful man and a wonderful man. And he's never actually missed church on the weekend his entire life. And he told us that, and then he kind of smiled. He said, "But that doesn't mean that I'm not in church thinking about out of bounds plays." And I said, "Well, you do have good out of bounds plays, so I believe that." And so I like the way the two roles fit together, and I respect the separation between the two, and yet I try to have consistency about who I am and how I lead, whether that be in the role of pastor and in the role of coach. So I like the question, Bert.
Well, that's right, and there we go. And you know what? Some of these plays do become blessed, and you know what? Be the light, see the light. And Pastor Joe, Coach Johnson for Hillsboro Central Valley, thank you so much for just allowing me to be me and you to be you, and enjoy this one tonight, and good luck next week.
Sounds great. We appreciate you, Burke.
Thank you. Pastor Joe, Coach Johnson here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Postgame report with your live event, Hillsboro Central Valley defeating Sargent County 30-0 to celebrate their senior night tonight.
Well, thank you, Jim, there, as we'll go to our final stats now. Our final numbers in this one, the 30-0 victory for Hillsboro Central Valley over Sargent County. For the Sargent County Bulldogs, it was Eli Olson with rushing the ball 11 times for 27 total yards. Chase Very, 2 carries, 1 yard. 1 carry for negative 12 yards in this one for Tristan Peterson. It was 1 carry for 3 yards for Ryan Engel. It was 3 carries for 5 yards here for Anthony Ferderer, along with 2 carries for 3 yards for Brooks Hogness, and then 2 team carries for a total of negative 10. So 17 yards of total rushing offense here today for the Sargent County Bulldogs. Through the air, it was 3 catches, 23 yards for Tristan Peterson, 1 catch, 4 yards for Zabin Olafson, 1 catch, no yards for Easton Johnson, 4 of 8 passing, 27 yards for Jace Fury. It was Hunter Lean, 1 of 3 passing, no yards. 17 on the ground, 27 through the air, 44 yards of total offense for Sargent County. They had 1 turnover here, 3 penalties in the game. As defensively, it was a sack in this one for Jacob Creech, also a sack in here for Harry Neustel as well. Sargent County drops to 0-7, 0-5 overall in region play. Next week they'll be at home taking on Mayport CG. Patriots trailing Lisbon late, look like they're going to head to a loss as well. They'll be 0-7 in that matchup next week as well. For Hillsboro Central Valley, statistically rushing the ball, Sawyer Owens, 18 carries, 194 yards and a touchdown. Carson Gazette had 10 carries, 36 yards and a touchdown. Tyson Lushik, 6 carries, 16 yards and a touchdown. Hunter Kleckner, 4 carries, 12 yards. It was Cade Mueller, 1 carry for negative 1. 4 carries, 19 yards in this one for James Funchess, and 2 team rushes on sacks for a loss of 23 yards in total. 253 yards of rushing offense here today for Hillsboro Central Valley. Through the air, Bryce Miller had 2 catches for 29 yards and a touchdown. Burry Rognes with 1 catch for 35 yards. Tyson Lushik was 3 of 9 passing, 64 yards and a touchdown here today. No, I take that back. Do the math correctly. No, that is 64. That is 64. Mark, you're telling me I did the math wrong. It was right. Austin Cotton, 0-1 passing for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. 253 plus 64. There is 317. Right, 317 total offense in that game for Hillsboro Central Valley. As they defensively, it was Bryce Miller with a sack. Colin Jenin had a sack as well. 2 penalties, just 2 penalties in the game for Hillsboro Central Valley. They improved to 5-2 overall, 3-2 in Region 2 or Region 1 play. They'll be on the road next week taking on the Lisbon Broncos. Broncos there with the likely win here today, going to 4-3. They'll be 4-1 overall in region play. So a big matchup for the region standings coming up next week between the Burros and the Broncos. We'll have it for you with yourliveevent.com. That wraps us up here from Hillsboro. Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate your viewership. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button here for the upcoming games with yourliveevent.com. You can also go to the broadcast calendar, yourliveevent.com, the website, and the broadcast archive, yourliveevent.com, the website for that as well, too. It's all there when you go check it out. For executive producer Mark Forseth, with the tally of 90 pounds of fries tonight. 90 pounds of fries for the Kiwanis Club served here tonight in Hillsboro. So that's our final stat of the night. Thanks once again for joining us here tonight. Myself, Jake Berkmar, along with our broadcast partner, Jim Berkmar. Appreciate your viewership. Thank you to all the sponsors you've seen and heard throughout our broadcast coverage. And thank you as well to everyone here at the Hillsboro School for the connectivity and hospitality as well. Final score, Hillsboro Central Valley on senior night wins 30-0 over Sargent County on yourliveevent.com.